Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Saturday morning's messages of love from above. Excited. Going to talk a little bit today about the Sagittarius full moon coming up. So stay tuned for that before we get into the readings. Before we get started, though, we always want to start off sending love out to the world to help do our part for the whole collective of the planet, raising the love vibration higher and higher and higher. So if you want to join me, whether you're watching live or on replay, we can join together and multiply that love to the world. So I'm going to take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now. And just let that love flow down into our hearts and fill us up first, and then overflow out to the world, circling the globe in a giant, giant ball of love energy, touching each and every single heart, every human, every animal, whoever is able to raise their love vibration higher and higher and higher, we spark them for the appropriate time. That the capital T truths of unconditional love would transform and replace the small t truths rooted in fear of losing conditional love, the fear of failure, the fear of rejection. And if you yourself are in need of unconditional love right now for your heart, your mind, your body, for a loved one, a situation, a relationship, whatever it may be, we also send love to you right now. Just take it in like a giant hug from the Creator, from your angels, from your spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side, your ancestors, like a tree takes in the sun from the rays of light from the sun. Mm. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much in joining me in doing that and for allowing me the space for that as well. Um, before we get into the talking about the full moon, of course, like to let everyone know that I do have a giveaway every Monday for at least one person recorded reading. On Tuesdays, I put out a video announcing what I'm giving away the next week, and here's the video for next week. I've been given a lot. I had like a giveaway extravaganza in the month of May, and this Monday is the final of the giveaways, the big, big giveaways, which I'll be giving away a total of 7 personal recorded readings at least. So check out the video if you're interested in getting into those drawings, and I will announce those on Monday. Also, welcome to June. Can you believe it's June already? So the June monthlies are out. So if you want to check out by each individual zodiac sign, that's the playlist. And I did add in a little kind of a chart in the beginning that talks about each planet and what each planet uh, controls over our life. And so if you know your planet's sign, and let's say you want to know like about love, Venus planet of course rules over love and our interactions with feminine energies. So if you're looking into that, you can look and see what is your sign for Venus in your birth chart, and then check out the video for that one. That'll give you more information on that. So you know astrology is like looking into different areas out different windows of a house into our lives. And so it gives you different perspectives. It gives you a fuller picture of what's going on in your life all around you. So if you're interested, check that out. And then also every week I put at least one pick a card reading. And this last week's was, where am I making a mistake? And I liked it. Spirit talked about, can we make a mistake? I loved it what they clarified with that. So be sure to check that out. I also have a ton of pick a cards out there. So if you ever need additional, messages from Spirit, be sure to check out my main page on my YouTube channel. There's a playlist there and a lot of free content. All right. So I think that is it there. I'm going to, before I talk about the full moon, let me just get my desktop set up here too. That way we can pop into the readings as soon as I'm done talking about that. So if you are new to my channel and new to these or new to these readings, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. We have a wonderful, wonderful soul family here. And they definitely have big hearts and big senses of humor to match, which I'm very grateful for because I love to laugh and smile and focus on those great energies. So, if you are interested in having a free reading here, all you have to do is put your question in the chat. There's no special list. The chat is the list. We just go down in order, first come, first serve for those. And if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading. Spirit knows what you're looking for, and they will and we'll pull cards for that. If anyone does want to make a donation, I do honor that energy exchange and I prioritize those readings. So I step outside of the free readings to complete those. I do dive deeper into those as well, pull more cards. For the free readings, I usually pull about 2 cards, and we dive in a little bit, but we dive in much deeper for the donation ones. Um, and then once I'm done, I go back into the free readings and continue moving down the list. I try to get through as many free readings as I can. I'm usually on for an hour and a half to 2 hours. Sometimes I go a bit longer, especially on Saturday mornings, because that's when everyone is more together. So I do extend usually a little beyond that. To make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom. You can use also the pinned comment in the description box of the video. Share my Venmo, my Cash App, my PayPal, and my Square. And so, if you want to use any of those, whatever you feel comfortable using or what's preferable for you. And I don't look at any particular dollar amount. I know everyone's finances change from person to person, day to day, country to country, planet to planet. So whatever you give is perfect. So I will be getting into the readings in a moment, but we got a great, beautiful full moon happening today in Sagittarius. It's going to be at 9:42 p.m. Mountain Time where I live, so you can adjust it to see where you're at. So in a less than 11 hours, well, but yeah, about 11 hours, right? Less than 11 hours. Yeah. Yeah, I can do math. But what's great is, how a new moon is all about planting new seeds. A full moon is about releasing things. So there's a great thing we can do with unveiling and releasing things in our life around a full moon. We get like, where a new moon, you have 10 moon full wishes. Usually can do 10 releasing things around a full moon. And so there's powerful energy around it. Now, if you do the like kind of a releasing ceremony in within 8 hours of the full moon, that's when the energy is most powerful. You want to do it before because you're preparing to like jettison all this stuff. Then the full moon hits and it jettisons it, right? So it's most powerful doing it before, but you can always use the full moon energy. If you zero in and use the energy of the sign of whatever the full moon or new moon is, it's even more powerful. So I'll talk about what the Sagittarius energy is here. But when you do a releasing ceremony, if you approach it, I like using, a thank you statement because gratitude empowers, right? So doing something like, thank you for unveiling and helping me let go of the blocks that stand between me and then you fill in the blank. And when you say it out loud too, it puts the vibration out and it allows more oomph behind it. Writing it out and then saying it really, whatever you feel comfortable doing. But as much as you can do with that, imagining, experiencing in your heart what it would feel like to do the release. So that emotional, addition to that helps too. So Sagittarius is about all things international, so including international travel. So like let's say you're wanting to travel internationally and you feel like you have blocks, you could say, "Thank you for unveiling and helping me let go of the blocks that stand between me and international travel." So that's an example. It's also about writing, editing, publishing, learning, education, teaching, spirituality, organized and unorganized religion, positivity, optimism, open mindedness to new ways, and seeking capital T truths. Feeling an urge to be free and go on an adventure, that definitely is Sagittarian energy. And if you're feeling overstimulated or super multitasking, even like to the point of being careless, it's the balancing out of those energies. Sagittarius can also be about legal matters, kind of your sense of right and wrong, your conscience. So, do we have self righteousness and condescension that we're experiencing? We can release those things. And then, are you moving your body? When's the last time you connected with nature? So, some good energy around that. And are you spreading your energy among too many things and people? Are you having trouble saying no? There could be some balancing, some letting go of expectations and things with that too. Now, Sagittarius, excuse me, does rule over the hips, the sciatic nerve, and thighs, and the liver. So, if you have any particular issues around those, then those can also help. During this time, if you focus on those, this is the time to super power those releases. So that is what I wanted to make sure. I am going to be expanding more on my channel because my purpose, I feel, is to help us all remember our power and give us tools on how we can help us on our path. And so, full moon and new moon, I'm going to try to remember to talk about those because they are powerful, powerful tools, powerful energy to help us in our lives. So, there you go, free of charge. All right. So, many blessings. Thank you for your patience as I went through that. So, I appreciate that. Ah, perfect, Jennifer. So you just finished a full moon meditation. So how perfect. Thank you. I'm glad that you um, did that because it's a beautiful, beautiful energy. Sagittarius for sure, right? All right, so we will get into the readings. I'm going to start with the Transient Light Tarot. I do have a donation, so thank you so much, Nova, for your donation. We'll start with you. And you'd like messages from your spirit guides? Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. It's absolutely my pleasure. Here, let's take a look here and see what your spirit guides want you to know. Okay. And let's see what else. Hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend. I'm excited. It's a wonderful, rainy, cloudy day. And I absolutely love those. I could probably live in Seattle. A lot of people say, "Oh my gosh, it's so cloudy." But when I lived in northern Idaho, it was so cloudy and a lot. And I just loved it. I just love the cloudy days. Sunny days are fun too, but I'm more of a storm and cloud and rain type of person. So anyway, we do have your cards here. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know here. I do feel like you have this past life connection coming in here. You've got the Six of Cups, which can be nostalgia. It can be someone coming back from your past that you've known in this lifetime, but feel very, very strongly here it's a past lifetime. Because you also have the Queen of Pentacles, the Keeper of Vessels is what they call it here, which she's very much like the High Priestess, who's able to step back and connect to the higher realms and connect, dive deep into the subconscious. And the subconscious is where our past lives, all that information is stored, and I feel like you're accessing past life information that's coming through for you right now. Um, and let's find out if it's an individual here. Okay. Okay, you got like a lot of major arcana here. Well, you got two. which is still good. So you got the Magician and the Defender, the Emperor coming in here. Very strong divine masculine energy. So I feel, Nova, that you really are accessing a past life in your life right now where you were divine masculine energy in that, because there's this stepping forward and really moving forward and putting your energy into things and making things happen. The Emperor does the same things. Aries energy, moving forward, moving forward, moving forward. And they also um, they're respectful. An emperor doesn't get into being an emperor by, being a dictator and a jerk, right? They usually end up getting overthrown or stabbed in the back like Caesar. So this emperor listens to everyone, what they're saying, and, all their advisors in their throne room. But when they're done, they're like, all right, everyone can leave. And then they're like, okay, I'm going to make the choice. It's you stepping into power, making choices in your life. And I feel like you're really um, zeroing in on your life, and your spirit guides are saying, yes, this is you, this energy, this power, this courage is just coming up from within you. And it's actually from a past life where you were like more of a warrior. And I like it because the kind of warrior you were wasn't, like a mass murderer type of person. You were a protector, you were a defender, you know um, with the way that they talk about it here. You were a defender of the undefendable, and I like that, because you do have this coming in here. Ace of Wands is new passion, new drive, new inspiration that's entering your life or has recently entered. And the Eight of Coins represents you've been doing the work towards like wanting to live your passion, wanting to step forward, wanting to do something more with you because you've got like this. I don't know if you feel like this nobleness of like a knight, like you just feel like Joan of Arc, where you're just, I want to help and I want to do something more. I feel like I'm not helping enough, and I feel like there's this bubbling up in this passion that's been coming into your life, and this is what it is. It's they're wanting you're drawing higher and higher into your life's purpose, and the Eight of Pentacles shows that it's gonna unfold. The more that you focus your energy on your power, and that focusing on what you're able to do, it just grows and grows and grows. The Magician card here with the Ace of Wands here. Both of these show that an understanding of how powerful you are about your whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. And when we focus on our fears, like what's going to leave our life or what's going to come in, our power repels things out of our life that we feel we're going to lose, and it draws in things that we fear will come in. But when we focus on gratitude, for what we do have, we tell the universe, I want more to be grateful for. I enjoy being grateful for things. Can I have some more? And they're like, absolutely. When we focus on our fears, though, we also go, hey, I enjoy fearing these things. Can you bring them in and repel more things? Sure. They listen to our energy. And I feel like there's this power that's just billowing up within you in your life to move forward that your spirit guides want you to know about. And that it is, the more you draw inward and upward, and the more you focus in on unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter and all that. That's the vibration at which spirit speaks. So you get in more in tune with what your high heart wants to do with your life and where you want to head. And I really like this for you because it's like this courage is coming up, and you have this quest to accomplish and share this love in your heart in your own unique way. And this is the beginning. It's a nudge from spirit saying, absolutely, that is your higher self. It is your heart growing too big to be contained in what it's been forced to be contained in. And it's time to share it. So I love it for you, Nova. That is what they have for you right now. So hopefully that resonated. And again, thank you for your donation, and many blessings to you. All right. So I think that was the only donation. So let us scroll up here. And we will start at the very top for the free reading. So, Marie Jones, hello, hello. And you want to know if you were, if you're going to be getting the first apartment that you applied for. Oh, yeah, let's take a look here, see what Spirit wants you to know here. Well, if that's your wish come true, then yeah, because the star card is a dream come true. And you have the Six of Swords, which is movement of thought and belief, but it's movement in the outside world. So there is definitely movement into this new apartment. And it's the star card would say, you got your wish comes true, your true wish comes true. So if this is your wish, like you're like, yeah, this apartment is like, wow, then it is it. If it's not, consider changing your search parameters and the way you're approaching things because there is a dream come true type of home apartment available to you out there. And it might take some changing of your mind. But if this apartment is like, yeah, right now, this is my dream come true, then that would be an absolute yes there. So I like it. I like it for you, Marie. And that is what they have for you. So many, many blessings to you. Hey, Kritika Marota. And I don't see you asked a question yet, at least on the screens that I have in front of me. All right. Okay, I do see one further down. So we will get to you eventually here. All right. So, Cherry, you are up next here. And do you have any psychic or spiritual powers? Absolutely. We all do. You know, every single one of us has Pisces, energy in our chart in some way. Even if we don't have a planet, we have access to Pisces and the psychic abilities. And we all have them. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know around your psychic or spiritual power. Because we're all spiritual beings. So we all have it for sure here. So we have here the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is normally these fears of losing conditional love, and there's these uh, beliefs that we've been given our entire lives. These are what restrict our psychic and our spiritual powers, because our our spiritual energy is connected to unconditional love. The frequency at which spirit speaks and which spiritual powers focus is unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter and gratitude. So when we're in that, we have this flow, we have this knowing, this knowledge, we have energy, we can channel messages from spirit, we can channel energy for healing, we can do all sorts of things. That's when our body and our physical body, our spiritual body, our mental body, our emotional body, all of them are functioning at a high experience when we're in that energy up here, right? I'm all over here, up here. um, but when we're in fear, that's the lower vibrational energy, and that restricts, that contracts, that makes us feel powerless and small. So, it's this that's why they wanted this Nine of Swords to come out to show us that if we feel when we're in fear, it's too noisy. Fear noise is very loud. We can't hear the whispers. It clogs the flow of energy in the moment, and we can, every moment's either a fear or unconditional love. So if we, it's like being under the spout where all the glory comes out of all that, energy that comes. But if we go off base here, not a whole lot of energy comes in. It's missing the cup. But when we put the cup back under, then it fills up and overflows, right? So it's important to know that one of the biggest things that we can do to expand our spiritual gifts is raise our love vibration to a higher level, focusing on unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and gratitude are huge things there. The 10, the wheel, which is the major arcana 10, this is all about fate's will here. And so one of your spiritual powers that you're able to do, that you're talented in, is to go into the Akashic records. Akashic records, are like the spiritual Encyclopedia Britannica where everything is recorded. And you can access past life information, future life information, life purpose information. You can get into the files. It's like you're a spiritual hacker where you can dive in and find things. So the more that you connect to that higher place, the clarity you get on all of that information. And this is why you have, like you're seeing visions, and you have dreams, and you have these experiences, but you can get a lot of clarity the more you raise your love vibration, the more information and the clarity you get in it too. So I like it for you, and that's what they have for you, Cheery. So many blessings to you. That's what they have right now. So many, many blessings. Hey, Rita, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here with us today. Thank you for being a new subscriber. And if you'd like to ask a question, you can pop it down. Uh, if you want to prioritize your reading and make it like next, a donation of any kind will allow that as well. Otherwise, I'll get down. I just go down the list. First come, first serve. So good to have you here. All right, Julia, you are up next. So you want to know David's reaction about the text you sent him about not having another guy. And many blessings to you as well. All right, let's take a look here. What do they have? All right. They did want me to pull from this deck here. Excuse me. So we're going to switch over to the Tarot of the Mystic Moments here. All right. So, yeah. So those confirm it too. So when I was shuffling cards before I went in, I jump into the chat room just to make sure it's working, just a few minutes before I go live, and your question popped out to me, and then as I'm shuffling, these two cards popped out. So we have the Lovers card, and we have the Nine of Swords, which is the fear of losing, conditional love, the fear of failure, all of the fears, nightmare, insomnia. There's so many, right? And it's so this is what their fears were. It's like, their reaction is they want this partnership, they want this deep, but they have these fears around this because of the past, like we talked about, right? And then the two cards that just popped out now are the same kind of energies. Here is the Star card. Dreams come true. They have this idea of what dreams, will come true, but then they fear that lightning's going to strike and take it away. So, they want to believe you, um and it's not so much that they you know um don't believe you or anything like that. It's just their trust of anything on the outside world is shaky because of past experiences, right? And so they so strongly want to trust and um, move forward, but they are just going to have to work on their fears, on releasing what they have going on. Excuse me, choking me up, and letting it go, so there is this transformation that happens for you both, through this interaction, always mirroring each other. We talked a little bit about that of, we're mirroring things, and it's great because sometimes if just sharing our own fears with each other, going, you know what, I've had this happen in the past, and it, tore me up, or like before I had relationships, I saw my mom go through things, and I'm like, I never want to be the person that would make someone hurt that badly. And then it happened to me in my life because I feared it, I got to experience it, and then that makes it even more, where when you share something, like if you shared with them, if you haven't had it happen to you, you're just like, that's one of my greatest fears, is that someone wouldn't, you know be honoring a commitment and lie, to me. And so, please know that's one of my greatest fears. And for me to be vulnerable and open up is huge. And I know it's the same thing for you. And I feel like just sharing those things and sharing the fear really helps bond and go, you know what? Okay, you know what I see where you're coming from. You have the same fears. And it's like, I would never do that to you, you know? And I know it's hard, but I'm going to show you, I'm going to prove it to you, type of thing. So I like it for you, Julia. It's going to be a fun journey, but so freeing. And I like what I see coming for you. So many, many blessings to you. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm excited for you though. Really super excited. All righty. So many, many blessings to you. And happy pill. You'll be my next free reading coming up. But I do have a couple donations, so I shall return to you. All right. So Lisa, thank you so much for your donation. Oops. Can still hear me, right? Okay. I bumped my microphone. I'm like, don't turn off. All right. So, Lisa, you want to know, will you ever come across a soul connection? Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what spirit has for you there. Okay. And they want that one right there. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Yes. Yes, you will. I'll show you the end first. And then we'll talk about how you get there. So you have the Two of Cups, which is soul connection, romance, love, that's there. How we get there is we have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is mother nature, mother nurture. So self-love is the huge thing here with giving yourself the love that you're looking for, because this person isn't going to be able to give you the love that you're looking for. And so the more you raise your love vibration and give yourself the love, then the more this connection is going to be so amazing and so overflowing, right? Because you have the judgment card. Judgment card, higher self calling you to a higher relationship with them so that you can have this type of relationship with your higher self before you have this type of relationship with someone in the physical world. Of course, this will have different benefits to it than your connection to your higher self, but this does reinforce that message about um, finding the love from above. And that's the reason why there's this pause in finding someone, is because when we have the Five of Wands is the lower, conflicting energies. When we have a lower vibration of energy, of love energy, what happens is we attract lower vibrational relationships. And those are full of fear and, all the fears that we have. Like we were just kind of talking about in my life, when I feared that I would find someone who would cheat on me and not honor, commitment. Wow, you know what happened? I drew him in because I'm fearing it. I'm focusing on it. I'm like, here, one, two, three, boom, boom, boom. Three out of my five, longish relationships ended with individuals doing exactly what I was afraid that they would do. I even had one that, said, "Trust me, no, I would never do that to you." And then boom. And you're just like, what is happening here? It's because our energy draws in what we fear. And when we, raise our love vibration to a higher love vibration, we draw in something of higher vibrational love, something that is true, something that is beautiful, something that is trusting, something that is passionate and growth. And, you grow together, and it's what we truly want. Excuse me. And so, um, this is why things go slow, because when we're tired of doing what we've always done and getting what we've always gotten, that's when our soul and slows down the our lives, so that we're not drawing these lower vibrational things in quickly, right? So there is this, as we raise our love vibration, then things start to speed up, and then that's what brings in the other individuals. I'm so sorry. Sorry, I had a frog there. There we go. Um, so that's helps with that love vibration, and it helps raise that. So you definitely have it, the more you raise your love vibration, the faster things speed up, like I said, and then it draws people more of what your soul's looking for. So that is what is coming in for you, Lisa. So hopefully that is helpful. And I am going to start doing some Take 10 with Zen videos and even a podcast here. Probably that will probably be in July, the podcast. But I'm going to start covering things, and, like, how can I raise my love vibration? How does that work? How do I release thoughts that no longer serve me? How do I release emotions that no longer serve me? And that type of thing. So, um, I look forward to seeing what spirit brings us for that because, we all go through these things. You're not definitely not alone in that, Lisa. So it feels like this is like one of the big subjects that I'm sure spirit will cover. But in the meantime, if you want to check out, like, I have some series on my YouTube channel, some free series. There's a playlist called Series, and there's You Times Two, Getting to Know Your Higher Self, and some others. So if you're interested in any of those in the meantime, they're all free. So check them out. All right. So that is what's coming through, Lisa, for you. And thank you again for your donation. And we have Shin Mei Joshi. Hello, hello. And you are asking what is going on in Diksha Patil's life, her feelings for you. All right, let's take a look here and see what we've got. What does Spirit want you to know here? Okay, they do that one, that one, that one, and then that one. All right, let's see what is going on. Wow, they definitely have a lot going on in their life, don't they? They are off in their minds for sure here. So we've got the Eight of Wands, which is activity, 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 psh, 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 just so much energy, so much happening. And we've got both the King and the Queen of Swords, which swords are thoughts, beliefs, mindsets. So they are so much going on in their mind, just so many expectations, so many things. They're investing so much, trying to live up to so many roles of so many people, trying to please people, right? So they've got a lot going on where they're just like, it's like from the moment they wake up to the moment they pass out when they hit their pillow, I feel like they are just inundated with trying to please people, right? It's almost like I'm almost exhausted just thinking about everything she's thinking about. I'm like, girl, it's time to fit on. Her feelings for you. We've got the Two of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is like a slow moving, slowest moving knight out of them all. It moves, but it's about the outside world, and it just feels like things move very slow in the outside world, like there's seasons. And I feel like um, you know, the Two of Wands does show that there's attraction there, because wands are passion, drive, and she's in this place of making choices of where she wants to invest her energy. And she sees it kind of like they see you as like something, um, well, struggling here. Let me finish what I was saying, and then I'll answer that question. Sorry, but she sees like this as a season, like it's something that's to come. Like it's like, all right, eventually, I feel like with that, I can see things unfolding. It's like she's at a crossroads in her life where she sees the possibilities of that they would be with you, but they feel like it's later because there's so much going on, so much that she feels she has to do that it's like, okay, that's later. That's later. Everything's later. Um, and she is not like struggling like um, like she feels helpless or that she can't do something. All this, these king and the queen of swords, just feels like, actually, quite honestly, I feel like it's like mom and dad, with the king and the queen. Just so much to live up to. And, I don't know if they're in school or it just feels like I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to take care of people, I've got to do this, I got to do this, got to do this. And they just feel like there's a lot of fear of letting someone down. And that's the struggle about, I mean, literally every human being has that struggle. We fear being ostracized from our tribe. We're pack animals at heart, and we have a fear of if I don't live up to it, I'm going to be thrown out and rejected, and we fear being thrown outside the pack. So there's a lot of pressure, and it doesn't necessarily mean that other people are putting pressure, but she's putting a lot of pressure on herself to, try to live up to all this high standard. I mean, severely high standard she has for herself. But it's good because with the king and the queen of swords coming in, they are offering her, they're showing her things from a higher perspective and helping her cut away fears. And I feel like very soon she's going to realize, like, kind of collapse in a way, and just like, I can't do it. I can't do it. And like, no, no, dear, no one can, and so it's a good release that's coming for her. And then all that energy she's investing will come back to her. But I just feel like she's so preoccupied with her mind that her heart doesn't have a whole lot of opportunity to express itself. Um, so yeah, I just feel like that's kind of where she's at right now. Her feelings for you, it's like the two of wands. She has attraction for you, but like I said, I feel like she's so caught up in her mind that there's emotion there, but the you know Queen of Swords has one part air energy and one part um, water, because queens all get a portion of water. So she's balance of heart and mind there. So it's like, oh, that's good. So the heart and mind are balancing. So the heart has an opportunity to be like, no, not so quick. She also has the King of Swords, which the kings get a second portion of air. So she's parts air, one fourth part, emotion. So that's why the emotions are like this much, but thinking is this much. And that's what's going on in her life right now. But I feel like very soon she's going to be, um, just get sick and tired of feeling so exhausted trying to live up to everyone's expectations. And there will be release. So it's good. But that's what's currently going on in their life. So hopefully that resonates and you understand, going, yeah, I can see they're just wearing themselves ragged, trying to please everyone. And that'll end. You can only do it for so long. She's pretty stubborn, but she'll realize it very quick. All right, but that's what they have for you, Shin Mei. So many, many blessings to you again. Thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right, very good. Okay, so that is it for the donations, and let's scroll back up. And we had left off with Happy Pill. So I'm going to switch back over here to the Transient Light Tarot, and we will see what else they have here. I'm just going to take another sip here of my coffee. All right. So, a happy pill, you'd like a general read, see what spirit wants you to know right now around your situation here. All right. Yeah. So, this is kind of what I was talking about just seconds ago with, this individual. So many thoughts, so many beliefs, so many mindsets of supposed to, shoulds, need tos, have tos, musts, that you get to the point where you're just like exhausted. Usually there's someone like face down in the dirt. They're not dead. They just have all the swords stuck in their back. They're exhausted trying to live up to everyone's expectations and all that energy invested trying to make sure everyone else is happy in their life and that they're happy with you, and blah, 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 right? And it gets to the point, you can see how all of these are broke. It's like eventually we end up disappointing people and we're just like, what's the use? And that's the great freedom that comes with the 10 of swords is like, I've had it. I'm sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. And we just dump all those swords out of the boat, right? And then you get in here, you have the keeper of coins, which is the queen of pentacles. And the queen of pentacles is all about mother nature, mother nurture, new birth, taking care of yourself, giving yourself all this, love and attention, putting yourself at the top where you're not this barrel that you're plugging everyone into and they're sucking the life force out of you and you're getting exhausted because you're never full. You're always giving to everyone first. This is a wonderful, you know, opportunity to disconnect all those, turn in the barrel, exchange it in for a chalice, which does not allow things to plug into it. And then you get to fill up. You allow the love from above to come in, fill you up, and everyone else gets overflow. What a concept. A healthy, full, joyful you is going to be what people are going to love because when we're plugging them into the bottom of the barrel, they're getting bitter, resentful waters, sour water. But when you become the chalice, what flows over is nectar. It's the drink of the gods that is overflowing, and that's why one of the biggest gifts we can give the world is a healthy, full, overflowing us. Allowing us to be full allows us to do so much more. When we're always running so low, we can't do a whole lot and we're not happy. We're not making people happy around us. We're just, almost going, here, take your darn water, instead of it bubbling up and over in a beautiful way. And I feel like that's what spirit wants you to know right now. You don't need to be a barrel, you get to be a chalice instead. So that's what's coming through Happy Pill. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the free list here. You are welcome, Shin Mei. All right. So, Magician, you are up. So, tarot and oracles for your health, please. All right. So, we'll pull one tarot and one oracle because we do two cards for free readings. For health, I do want to pull here from the Lantern Oracle. So, let's take a look here and see. And of course, whenever we ask about health or, legal stuff or anything, I always have to just say here in the United States that tarot is designed for entertainment purposes. And, we encourage everyone to consult licensed professionals in all those areas. And ultimately, everyone else does decide for themselves. What to do in their lives. So that is what we have there. So there we go. All right. So, Magician, you've got the unknown. Reminds me of the High Priestess card here. And on the bottom, it says knowing the unknown. And let's see here. So it says it's natural and human to feel reluctant and fearful at the beginning of a significant change. And change confronts us with so many unknowns and such overwhelming feelings that challenge us whenever an unfamiliar direction is taken. However, to never try something new or cease to continue when things change is to go against life's natural rhythm of continued growth and transformation. What is known can quickly become comfortably familiar, as well as stifling to our gradual yet ongoing progression. The price we pay to stay in what is known is stagnation and fear. Trust that you have the sufficient skills and knowledge to navigate your way through an unknown aspect of your life. It may be that you have avoided or put off changing your career, changing locations, committing to a new project, starting a family, or ending a relationship for some time now. If so, this card has shown up to remind you that if you do nothing different, nothing changes. You are so much more than the accumulation of your fears. You are capable of moving forward despite any uncertainty that you might feel. You have everything it takes to choose the unknown and embrace change by focusing on what your next step requires. Any and every journey is the result of taking one step into the unknown at a time. And the maiden's message here for you says, once you choose to keep moving, the next step will be made known to you. So I like this embracing, when if we have any health kind of concerns, of course, that's the unknown that scares us. But a lot of times, so much of our issues with our body are due to stress, de-stress, stress, um, and you know, our stress comes from anxiety and fears. So if there's unknown things in our life and these fears that we have, when we're in fight or flight mode, it shuts down our digestive tract, it shuts down our immune system, it floods our nervous system with a ton of adrenaline, and there's all these chemicals that are released. It's supposed to be short term, but if we're in perpetual fears a lot, um, which our society has got us to this point where it's not so much physical danger usually that is triggering us. We have a lot of emotional monsters in our life, that have fears that trigger us, like if an animal was in front of us. And so there is this energy here of the high priestess, which she usually, she's got the pillars. It's, she's able to step back, connect higher, go behind the veil, dive into her emotions. And so there is this energy that you can look at and find out what is the source of my emotional distress that could be rolling out. Um, a wonderful book, and you can even search online here. There's this "You Can Heal Your Life" by Louise Hay. Just a brilliant, brilliant soul, and she shares a lot about the emotional um, sources of certain types of physical challenges, and that helps get to the root of things and we understand it, and it's like, "Oh my gosh, wow, this totally makes sense," right? And then you also have the 7 of Wands, which normally it means different things, but for this, it represents the 7 is energetic blocks. So, we have meridians in our physical body that flow energy as well. Emotional energy impacts it, but we also almost look at this as like, um where they poke you with needles, acupuncture. My gosh. But I feel like this is, if you're looking for some natural remedies, you might even consult an acupuncturist. Um, but it's about releasing energy through the meridians and changing life, changing our physical flow as well. So that is something that I feel is coming in here for you. So take whatever resonates with that for you. But that's what they have right now. So many blessings to you, magician. You hang in there. All right. And we'll continue moving down the list here. All right. And we are to Dana. Hello, hello. So you'd like a general reading. Let's see what Spirit has here for you. All right. So it does feel like here there is this conflict that's happening here, uh, but the Hanged Man is more of what I wanted to start off saying was that there's this delay happening in your life where you kind of feel like things are slow moving and kind of stuck, and that's okay. It's the Hanged Man usually has someone hanging upside down, which is like a butterfly, cocoon, or chrysalis, where they're transforming from a caterpillar to a butterfly. And so there's this transformation. Things get paused as we're, changing in things. And here we are with the number 5, the number of change too, with butterflies. So transformation that's happening here in your mindset. And so there is this conflicting thought and belief between seeing things from a higher perspective, from a place of unconditional love, versus from the shadows of the fears of losing conditional love, the fears of failure, the fears of rejection, right? And this anchor is kind of holding you back and having things being dragged and to go slow so that you can release these energies, so you can really see things differently and release some old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve you anymore. So if you have conflict, if you have something coming up and you're just like, instead of asking like, what am I angry about, or what am I confused about, or what am I sad about, all of the root of every lower vibrational emotional energy, if it's not unconditional love, then it's lower vibrational, fear energy. We can ask ourselves, what am I fearing? Because this really helps open things up and allows us to see things differently, right? So I feel like this is where this cocoon is going in. So if you feel things are kind of paused or slow or being drug out, it is happening for you so that you can look at these lower vibrational energies, because as you transform them, then you stop drawing in these lower vibrational experiences of chaos and sadness and all this attack. Instead it becomes rainbows and butterflies and bunnies. It's higher vibrational experiences that we draw in instead. So I feel like that is what they are wanting you to know right now, Dana. So hopefully that's helpful for you. Many blessings to you. Right, and we'll continue moving down the list here. And we are to Starfall. Hello, hello. So you'd like a general reading for June? Absolutely. And if it resonates, check out your June monthly readings too that I put out a couple days ago. They really went into a lot of detail. They like the videos are at least 40 minutes long. I think most of them are around that. And I love their approach to it. So be sure to check that out. And let's see what else they want you to know for June here. Okay. All right. Wow, a lot of fire energy here. So the month of June here, you have this change of where you're investing your energy, because the 10 of wands, ton of energy is being invested. It's like going in a bunch of different directions, all these different people, projects, events, situations, circumstances, and it's like, wow, it is ready. 10 of wands is endings and new beginnings. You can't It's like this amount of energy burning the candle at 5 ends, 5 candles at double ends, so you're burning 10 ends, It's like you can't do it. And it's this nudging of spirit for June to say, "All right, let's just," and here we are with the Queen of Wands, the key, which is called the Keeper of Wands here, but the Queen of Wands here is focusing your energy on one thing. It's getting rid of 9 things, and all that energy comes back to you, so you can super focus it and move forward. You also have an opportunity here to really connect with spirit too, with this change of energy, because there's all this energy that's being invested in so many things that are demanding. It's like urgent, but they're not important things. They're just urgent. And they're urgent because there's fear attached to them. But as we release the energy and focusing on those fears, all that energy comes back to you, raises your love vibration to where you're able to really hear clearly from spirit too. So don't underestimate the power of your energy, because whatever you focus on is what's growing and expanding in your life. This Queen of Wands, she knows how to use that Ace of Wands. And so when she realizes, oh, I'm focusing on fears and therefore expanding them, I'm going to stop feeding them. I'm wondering, why are these dark wolves keep coming around? Well, we keep on throwing them meat. When we stop feeding them, they go away. And when we're feeding the white wolf, then the white wolves get bigger and they bring in more beautiful, bigger things too. So I like that for you. And like I said, for more details, check out the June monthly readings, because they go into a lot of detail in those. So that's what they have for you right now, Starfall. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. And we are to Sana, Samreen, hey. So you want to know the family who's planning to visit your home for marriage purposes. Which day is good for you? Tomorrow or Thursday? By tomorrow or Thursday. All right, so let's see which one is for your excuse me, your highest experience. We're going to pull two cards. The first one is for tomorrow, and the other one is for Thursday. So let's see what energies each brings in here. Okay, it's very clear. So tomorrow, it still feels split. It feels divided. There. Thursday, Chariot, abundance, victory, movement forward, power of choice that comes in here. So Thursday feels much more victorious and bright. This still feels like tomorrow would just leave things split between mind and heart, and it just feels still divided. So I like the Thursday date has positive energy in it for you. So that's what's coming through for you, Sana. So many blessings to you. Enjoy the marriage ceremony and celebration. All right. And then next we have new love. Hello. So, how would it be if you went on a date with H you've never met in real life? All right. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? If with current energies, how would it be if you met in person on a date? All right. Well, it's very balanced. You've got the two pentacles, outside world energies, and the two of coins is a very balanced um, event. Eight of coins is that when you've done the work and you've put in the blood, the sweat, and the tears, it does move forward and up. So I feel like what they're saying here is if you actually went on a date, it wouldn't be boring. It would be balanced. It wouldn't be one-sided where you're sitting there for 3 hours listening to them talk about themselves. I feel like it would be a wonderful flow, ebb and flow in between, and that it would eventually leads to things moving up, in the relationship. That's what the 8 of coins is like an apprentice becoming a master. They've done everything they needed to do, and now they're moving up, within it. So, um, yeah, it feels like that it would progress. Um, the thing about the 8 of Pentacles, I always just put a little thing in there, which it's always for us if this happens. But when we the 8 of Pentacles for me represents you put in all this effort and you're doing all this stuff to the point where you can't things can't stay the way they are. They either have to go up or out. And if it goes out, it's still for us because it means that it's like they show me the story of the caterpillar who was hanging around with all their caterpillar friends, and then they went into the cocoon and they made this transformation, and then they came out, and then all their caterpillar friends were like they still were caterpillars. They didn't hadn't chosen to go through transformation and improve and grow. And so they all the caterpillar friends wanted them to walk on the ground with them, even though they had these big, beautiful wings and the ability to fly and go places that they wouldn't be able to go. And so that's what happens with the 8 of Pentacles is if this person hasn't done things, and then you get together in real life and you realize they're a caterpillar. I'm not going to carry them. You never see a butterfly carrying a caterpillar anywhere. They leave their caterpillar friends behind, realizing, all right, we've done what we've needed to do. Now I'm going to go hang with my butterfly friends and go places that, go over streams that a caterpillar can't cross, but butterflies can just flutter right across them, you know. So there is this, um, 8 of Pentacles is like it will, it would be balanced, things would move, things would flow. But if they don't do their work, then you'll be like, see ya. And you'll move on to butterfly instead of caterpillar. But I feel like they're a balanced individual. That's why that ebb and flow feels right. But they always want you to know that. as well. So there you go. That's what they have for you, new love. So many blessings to you. All right. You are welcome, Sonia. All right. So double, triple, quadruple X, you're up next. So you want to get guidance around your home situation. Are the neighbors around you trying to hurt you? All right. And of course, if you do feel in danger, please contact the authorities. Don't trust tarot to be when if you feel your life is in danger. What we have here, we have the 7 of coins, the 7 of pentacles. And so there's this drawing out of this situation. And it's designed here for you to look at your power of choice here with the 2 of wands. And this is basically your spirit guide saying, um, what is happening is an opportunity for you to change your energy and see the impact of how things happen on the outside world, right? Because if we're fearing that these people are trying to hurt me, what are we telling the universe? I enjoy feeling like these people are trying to hurt me. Can you bring me more evidence that they're trying to hurt me? Can you maybe even have them hurt me? You know, not to create fear around it, just awareness. Same thing as if I am like, I really hate these neighbors. We're telling the universe, you know what? I really enjoy hating my neighbors. Can you give me more things to hate about them? Because our energy is screaming for that. But when we switch it, that's the 2 of wands, switching it to be, what am I grateful for in these neighbors? What am I grateful for in my life? Then telling the universe, I really enjoy being grateful for things. Can you bring me more things to be grateful for? And you can see things transform. Like as soon as you start to be grateful and look for the what you can be grateful for in them, even if it starts out like, well, they don't play loud music every night. They actually have some nights where there's silence. I like it. We start focusing on it, it's almost like it could be worse to start off, but search may find something to be grateful for. And we're like, okay. And then more things. And then you start noticing more things to be grateful about them. And new things to be grateful for come in and you're like, wow. And then you see things transform. And then you end up being best friends with them. And you're like, in the beginning, I thought you guys were jerks. You never know. But this is what the message they have for you right now. Double, triple, quadruple X. So many blessings to you. Hopefully that helps. You're welcome, new love. All right. So, Green Spell, you'll be my next free reading coming up, but I do have a donation coming in. So, always victory. Thank you so much for your donation. All right. And when will positive, excuse me, changes begin in your life? Let me take a sip here. There we go. All right. Let's take a look here and see what does Spirit want you to know here. Okay. Anything else from tarot? They do want to. Yep. Okay, so we got those, and then they do want to give you a chakra reading card as well. So let's take a look here. What else for always victory? Well, okay, there you go. Almost lost like all the cards, but this one made itself known here. Well, look at that. So you've got this communication. Ooh, I like that. Beautiful colors there. And let's see what starts off, and then we'll see what the the 3 tarot that came out here. Oh, and this is the throat, well, communications, throat chakra. I thought it was going to be the third eye, but it is the color of the throat chakra. Excuse me. So this card has come out for you today to let you know that it is an important time for communication. All healthy communications and connections and relationships are built on a solid base of good communication. It's easy to hold back or alter your words in order to prevent hurting someone's feelings, fear of rejection, or the possibility of creating some conflict. However, it is important that you share your thoughts and feelings honestly with those around you to create and build long lasting, healthy relationships. When you doubt, hinder, or manipulate the flow in communication, this interference blocks the throat chakra and can create a world of suppression and confusion. Holding on to unexpressed thoughts and feelings can lead to pain, excuse me, confusion, and unhealthy patterns. So take a moment to see if there's anyone in your life that you're not communicating effectively with due to fear, rejection, and maybe even unwanted conflict. You're being encouraged at this time to speak up and share your feelings. Communication can also mean writing your feelings down on paper, which is also a good tool to use. So sorry. Do what is required to action your communication. You may even like to try some healing and clearing processes on your throat chakra. A few great crystals to work with to clear this chakra are blue lace agate, blue kyanite, and chrysocolla. Take some time and space for yourself and place the crystal on your throat chakra and breathe in the crystal's energy, helping it to open and clear. And it's so funny that so we're talking about throat chakra. I'm getting very congested and it's like I'm not able to clearly speak my truth, right? So make sure you are communicating from a place of love and compassion and that your delivery I'm making up words now, but that your delivery is clear and centered. Yeah, make sure your delivery is clear and centered. Communication is also about listening. So make sure that as you communicate, you also listen with an open heart and without judgment. As you trust, you will feel a huge weight off your shoulders and a natural healing will occur. You'll feel a deeper connection with yourself and those around you. And so the throat chakra, the affirmation says, I communicate in all ways with ease and grace. And let's take a look here and get some clarity on here on what they have here. Okay. Yeah. So you have the crown of swords, the king of swords, which is, they're the master, the air sign. They not only rule over air and thought and belief and mindset, they also are masters because all the kings are given a second portion of air. So they not only rule it, they're the masters of it. And then here you have the Six of Swords, changing from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. So positive changes come in, and this is all about communication too, changing the way we're communicating to others and maybe communicating to ourselves, right? Our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets, that type of thing. And then the strength card here, is about communicating. And here's the third eye, communicating with your higher self, right? Yeah, time frame, range. There's a range. It's all dependent upon, what you put forward and what you do. I want days and times, but the future is all, of course, dependent upon you, right? We're like, tell me when, and it's like, well, based on current energy, the date will be this, but then 15 minutes from now, the date changes. It's constantly fluctuating depending on what we're putting forward. And that's one of the things, the mindsets that, we release is around time, because that's a fear. Time is um, a man-made construct to determine are things happening when they're supposed to be happening? you know, and if they're not, what does that mean? We fear rejection. We fear it means failure. It means this. And it's like, when? I need this to change now. And it's like, well, the change happens within us. And it starts with the change of our mindsets, our thoughts, our beliefs, um, the way we believe about something. I love Byron Katie. One of the big things I learned through her books and watching her videos is that when we believe a certain way, we have no choice but to act a certain way and to have things. But when we change our mind, then our life changes. But until we question our thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, we're going to continue to do what we've always did and get what we've always gotten. And so it's about, okay, positive change happens when I start having more positive thoughts. When I, because, thought starts it, and then action happens, right? First, it starts in our brain, and then it actually kind of starts in our heart. We have this uh, ignition in our heart of, I want to change the way I look at life. And then our mind goes, all right, let's create new ways of thinking because the heart wants to do things differently. And then we start speaking differently, and then we start acting differently. So, how they say, everything starts as a spark that sparks thought, sparks speech, and then sparks action, right? I like that. So based on current energy, uh, um, can you expect changes this month based on where we are now? See, look at you. Look at you learning. We'll take a look here. Yeah, Shabani, you can make a donation. Absolutely. All right. If we let mindsets go, yeah, they're showing here being true to your authentic self, endings and new beginnings. So they're saying that if you do those things, being true to your authentic self, letting go of the expectations, that there is the possibility here of change happening this month, because two tens are endings and new beginnings. So that's definitely that. And they, of course, had to throw in their little comment, their little 2 cents or their 3 cents with three coins is about you being true to the authentic you, right? Because this is about not being swayed off in different directions by fearing losing other people's, support and love, or end up being punished by others for not doing or accomplishing what we feel they want us to do. So I like it. And thank you for your additional donations. They're always victory. All right. I imagine you're typing another question there, so I'm just going to take a quick sip here. All right. So let's see here. Would you ultimately be happier because you're having a higher experience, of course, taking money out of your account, buying a new car, and manifesting a new job? Hmm. Besides just thinking, yeah, putting it into action, right? Yeah. It would, you've got the first of all, the champion of wands, which is the knight of wands, which is fast movement, a lot of energy, fast movement. Got the queen of cups, which is the keeper of vessels. So you would have this, um, trust in your gut, trust your intuition, definitely here. But here's the keeper of wands, which is the queen of wands. And so there definitely would be a lot of movement, a lot of energy, a lot of change, which is what you're looking for here, right? You're wanting change in your life, and it would bring fast change and deep emotion, deep emotional connection here. Um, like I feel like your heart would really, just what's standing out here is like your heart is vibrating. It's like there's flow in your heart. It gets things moving. And the Queen of Wands too. She's very much about flow and fiery and super focus, able to move things, gets things going, able to accomplish things, super focusing energy. So It does seem like here, like, this would be a positive this would be getting you what you're looking for, because 'cause you're trying to figure out how to change your life and how to get things moving. This would definitely bring a lot of flow into your life and a lot of, like, emotional flow and energetic flow, into your life. So that, it does look like it's very positive here for you with all this. I don't have any concerns. It's like it's almost like, they're showing me a car going from 0 to 60, it's like suddenly it's just and and off you go, and I'm like, "There she went." So I feel like it would. It definitely is all positive here, coming in there, always victory. So, and all these keys, yeah, well, they are the keepers, but you got the yep, this is the key. These are the key. So, boom, boom, shakalaka boom. Alrighty. So that is what they have for you. Thank you again for your multiple donations, and I'm excited for you. I know that this is like you're ready to get out of stagnancy and ready to get back into things. And I think we talk about the book and all this can work out. You have the capacity to do so many things and to get things moving, and there's no wrong choice. I think is really what you need to hear too, is that it's like follow your heart is going, I want to live. And so it's like you can step out of all those fears, right, of the supposed to's, the shoulds, the need to's, the have to's, and you get to just go, what do I want? And if you're not sure what you want, you're just like, well, this is what I feel I want to do right now. You do it, and you step forward. And if you alter your course, no one, not anyone in any life that has had a longer life than a week has had a straight path from birth and till they leave the planet, on their life path. It looks more like a sideways heartbeat monitor. Boop, 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 boop. So trust me. All right. So that's what they have. And thank you again. Always victory. Many blessings to you. All right. So Shivani Rawal. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Thank you so much for your donation. And you want to know what's the future of Vidit and your connection? All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? All right. All right. Yeah, it looks like here there is this kind of a I'm going to say a fork in the road, and this is probably what you feel right now is like there's this indecision that's happening on the part of Vidit here. Um, there, if they'll close their eyes and open their heart and get out of their head, then whoa, then this is where the nurturer comes in, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, new birth, sensuality, and that takes in that direction. And I feel like Spirit is just letting you know right now they're kind of like standing in the fork of the road, and their heart is I wouldn't say battling their mind, but they're not allowing their heart a seat at the table, so much as their mind. They're big thinkers, and the heart is like um, sitting at the kids' table, and it's like that they are outgrowing that, and they're like, no, I cannot sit here. I need a place at the big people's table to where both the mind and their heart have a say so in what they want to do going forward. And I do see here eventually the mind joins forces with the heart, because we've got the defender, which is the emperor, which is Aries energy, movement, change, being decided, and also the apprentice of swords, which is new thought, new belief, and new communication, new action. And the six of wands, here's the victory, here's the being seen, and positive energy, one's energy moving forward here. So I feel like it's going to be just a little bit of time, but their mind eventually gets convinced by their heart to move forward, and that's where the victory comes in here. So I do feel like there is this, forward movement, towards a connection there for you. So while you're waiting, you know, whenever there's a waiting period going on in relationships, it's always, especially when you have a Mother Nature, Mother Nurture card type along with it all, it does tell you while you're in the waiting room waiting for them to decide and to move forward and let that heart mind thing work itself out, you don't have to be sitting there not doing anything, just waiting. It's you raising your love vibration, because that's why things go slow, is to allow you to raise up, discover more of your self-love, expanding your self-love with your higher self, letting go of mindsets and fears that no longer serve you around love, emotions that no longer serve you. And what happens is, as you're expanding your self love, it also expands your ability to give and receive love in the physical world, which is great because that's a win 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 win, right? Because you cannot love others more than to the extent that you love yourself. So if you love yourself, like this much, no matter how much love you want to give, it's just going to drip out. No matter how much love they want to give you, it's just going to trickle in. But as you expand your self love, this also expands. So there's this beautiful flow that happens in the external love with humans too. So I like that they have it just, while we're waiting, you don't have to sit there bored. You can be looking and expanding that, and that just allows things. And it also, it's like the waiting room's been painted, and once the paint is dry, that's when things start moving, again, and you see movement. And how do you get paint to dry? Movement and action on your part. It's like having fans. It's like the paint dries faster and things speed up too. So it's another benefit of, not only, do you experience this wonderful self-love from above, but you also have this wonderful love capacity that expands this way, but also speeds things up and brings things faster too. So a lot of great things on expanding our self-love. It's just a win-win, win-win, win. All right. That's what they have for you, Shivani. So many blessings for you. Marriage, will it be marriage? It feels like it's whatever the victory was, it does feel very much that. Yeah. Okay. You have the 10 of coins. 10 of coins normally has like the the partners, the children, the dog, the house, the money, the grandparents and all that. So that that would be an affirmative. As soon as they get this in alignment with this, but it's going slow so that you can raise that. All right. I speak with my hands, I know. So many blessings to you. And thank you, Shivani, again for your donation. All right. Seba, Fatima, hello. Thank you for your donation. And you want to know, what did IF think of you, looks and otherwise, after meeting today? Did he have fun and like meeting me? All right. Let's take a look here and see what they have here. What else, please? All right. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, all right, all right. So, the full card, a beautiful card, because this is a card of like, you know, the child feel of adventure and excitement of no expectations, and it's like a little kid walking into Disney World like, "Wow, what is gonna happen here, and what adventures are gonna come forward?" So very positive, joyful, energies there, which I like, and, um, you know, looks and otherwise, I feel here because we have the Keeper of Swords, the Queen of Swords, which is intelligence and emotion. She rolls over air, but she's given a second portion of emotion. So there was a lot of thought sparked, a lot of emotion sparked too, but they're balanced out here. And I feel like there's nothing scary about what's coming forward here, or how they perceived it. Definitely had fun. They definitely enjoyed it. I feel like they are a thinker, because with all these cards here, because I feel like they do have here the 7 of pentacles is like, the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, and so I feel like they're a big planner. Like, okay, well, this is what would have to happen, and they have this schedule in their head of all the things that have to happen before a certain thing, you know? They like this adventure, they have this wow, but then they get a Disney World map, and then they start plotting out everywhere they're gonna go to be able to hit every ride within a certain amount of time, fitting in meals, blah blah blah, you know? It's like, wow, an adventure with a detailed plan. It's kind of an interesting balance. It's almost like Gemini energy, where, they have one side of a personality that's, yeah, but then they also have, but I also want structure, So there's this wonderful split personality in a positive way that comes through here. So you just have to know that about them. That's how it works. And I do see here, I mean, they've got, obviously here the Two of Cups is this romance. They have this, um, energy. They have this desire here. But the Nine of Swords, this is the insomnia nightmare card, where they do have a lot of fears and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around relationship and things not working out, and fear of failure, fear of this, fear of that, fear of, all of these are expectations that they have stress over, that it has to be. So they've got a lot of rules, around relationship and all that, which of course, can suck the life sometimes out of a flame. But this isn't coming from you. This is like what they've grown up with. That's all in their beautiful brain that you're going to learn to love, or they're not for you, because you're going to have to learn that they have this structure approach to things. Um, which you, depending on your sign, you might be like, "I love structure, I'm gonna love this," or you're gonna be like, "I'm a free spirit, and oh my gosh, this is gonna be a growth opportunity for me." Which maybe you're balanced. Maybe you're the Queen of Swords, where you're like, I enjoy some spontaneity and I enjoy some structure, but not extremes, right?" Oh, okay. There we go. So definitely Capricorn would be the planner and the structure uh coming in there. So yeah, that definitely makes sense. And your water, yeah. So um you enjoy the emotional more so. So you probably love seeing this and we're like, oh crud, when you saw all of that, right? But, that's the wonderful thing is we meet beautiful mirrors, within each other to, you know, move forward, to grow and to challenge. So, I like it though. I feel like they had fun, Capricorn fun, and so they like all that, but they can have a sensual side too. That makes sense too. It's much like a Gemini energy to me. The Capricorns. I'm a Capricorn rising, but the Capricorn sons I've met, they can be very sensual and they can be very, that too. But they can also be very. They're like da da da, da, but okay, but da da da, you know. So yeah, I feel like there wasn't any like did I see wands? But Capricorn, let me take a look here. I'm just gonna ask that specifically here. So was he attracted with your looks? Whoa. Okay. Yeah. So they do the 7 of Wands. Wands energy is like, passion and all of that. So there was fire there, there was electricity. So they did like your looks. As good as the picture, I don't feel like they were comparing it here because, they've got the Apprentice of Coins, which is the Page of Pentacles. And so they look at it more as um it's almost like they're like, "Okay, that was old information, but, what is here in front of me now?" They don't, they look at data. It's all information. And so they don't really, have like this, "Okay, was I comparing all of those things?" I just don't feel like that is there. Um, I feel like because these cards came out and these were separate from these, I feel these are yours. This is your fears, right? You've got um, the 3 of Swords is, fear of letting people down, the fear of disappointing, the fear of rejection, and here's the 10 of Swords, just it's like you're almost to this point of just being sick and tired of trying to live up to everyone's supposed tos and shoulds, and it's exhausting trying to be who you think everyone thinks that you should be, who you think they think that you think that they think they should be, and it's like spirits going, just break all of those fears. There's nothing to fear. you know, I like that, and we have so much of that in our culture though too across the world. We fear that what if they don't like what I look like? Well, if they judge me purely off of I don't look like this exact picture of who they think that they want, then I don't want them because they are superficial and they don't know nothing, right? If they can't appreciate the full embodiment of how I look and how I think and how I feel and what I bring, then they don't deserve me. So please, if you don't like the way I look, go on, But we have this fear inside. What if they don't? And then when we face that fear, we're like, "Pfft, I'm going to be me. And if they don't like it, then you're telling me exactly what I need to know. Bye." And we have this fear, but I will never find love again. Well, you're not finding love now, you're finding superficiality, right? So, oh yeah, that's right. Psh. So let me go find love first, and then love, you know, is different. So I like it. But that's what they have for you, say, but I like it. I like it for you. As long as you're okay with that Capricorn mind, just know that there's a lot of structure and a lot of oh, with it. So you're like, let's just see how it goes. You are very welcome and many blessings. Thank you for your donation as well. All right. So let us return to the free readings. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. And Green Spell, we are back to you. So, who is coming towards you? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? Okay. All right. Well, there's definitely something coming towards you here because you've got the Chariot card, which is a lot of movement, and the Magician, which is fire and manifestation and things moving forward here. So you definitely have this coming in, and both of these cards do talk about um, this wonderful experiences of realizing your power of choice. The Chariot card is the power of choice, uh, like awareness card, and the Magician is part of it because the Chariot card tells us that every moment is a choice between unconditional love energy and gratitude and love and laughter and peace and all that, or the fears of losing conditional love, which are the fear of failure, the fear of rejection, and all those delicious fear emotions. Neither's right, neither's wrong. They just bring us different energies into our life, right? Expansiveness, restrictiveness, powerfulness, powerlessness, limitlessness, limitedness, and all of that. But every moment is a choice of what story that we are, what thought and story are we choosing to put into the moment. We're the ones that are choosing it. We've been told a lot of stuff of what something should be, need to be, have to be, but it doesn't mean we have to choose that. It's merely a suggestion. It's an opinion. We get to choose, and we are. Maybe out of habit, maybe subconsciously and unconsciously, but we can start consciously choosing what story I want to put to something. Also, I choose what emotion I want to feel as I'm going through something. Again, a lot of opinion, a lot of habit that we choose to feel a certain way, but I can change that too. And then the magician card comes in, which is the energy I focus in each moment, the actions I take in each moment. Am I focused on my energy on what I'm fearing will leave my life, or what I'm missing? Then I'm telling the universe, right, that I enjoy missing this thing in my life and missing things. So can you have me miss more of that and even miss more things? Or I hate things in my life, we tell the universe, I enjoy hating things. Can you bring me more things to hate? Because when we fear that something will leave our lives, our energy will help repel it. If I fear something will come in, I help attract it. But again, choice, right? I can choose to focus on gratitude, focus on what I do want to come in, focus on the silver lining, right? But it that my energy helps co-create my life. And so when I focus my energy into that, that's what happens. That's what expands. So I feel like this is what is coming into you when you're asking about who is coming towards you. There's these opportunities for you to see that you are drawing people in. When you're in your lower vibration, you're drawing in lower vibrational people. When you're in your higher vibration, you're drawing in higher vibrational interactions and circumstances. So I feel like there's a variety of people coming towards you, and it's depending on each moment about what you're choosing. And Spirit is saying that over this next month, for the month of June, your manifestation timing has been turned up to like maximum, where you will manifest things like this for the sake of the lesson, for the sake of the awareness that comes in, because you'll think, oh, I hope this doesn't happen. Bam, it happens. You're like, oh God. And then you're like, what? I would like this to happen. Boom, this thing happens. And you're like, wow, well, I hope this doesn't happen. Bam. And you just start to see that your energy brings whatever you're focusing on very quickly. But that will stop at the end of month of June. But for the month of June, be really aware of what your mental choices, emotional choices, and energetic choices are, because you're going to be attracting people left and right, repelling people, attracting people, drawing in wonderful friendships and relationships, but also, depending on what you're focusing on. So it's going to be a fun one, Green Spell. I'm excited. We should get this on camera. All right, but that's what they have for you. So hang in there, enjoy your adventure. Many blessings to you. All right. All righty. So the next free reading is going to be Divine Feminine Chronicles, but I do have a few donations, so I shall return. I shall return. All right. So Nova, thank you for your additional donations. And so your first question is Kurt's spirit guiding you? If so, in what way? All right. Let's take a look here. All right. And I do feel like um he wants to give you a Oracle of the Unicorns. I feel like they liked unicorns, or they were like, you know, uh, kind of stood out, like they were not normal. Because we've got discernment coming in here, and I like this. It's like their spirit energy. And it says, all is not what it seems. Stay true to your knowing. Keep your dreams a secret. Ooh, okay. So, they are definitely guiding you, they are around you, and the message they wanna have you here is just look closely at this situation before taking any further action or making a decision. An offer or a proposal might seem tempting at first glance, but there's something going on underneath the surface. There's a hidden reason why it might not be the best choice at this time. So, someone may be withholding information from you or trying to distract you from an unattractive truth. So, pause proceedings and dig deeper until you have the full picture. Regardless of what anyone else is telling you, use your discernment and trust your own knowing. Something feels a little off to you, even though there's no apparent reason for doubt, honor your feeling. Avoid making a decision that doesn't feel completely aligned for you and let go of any concern of missing out. This is not the right opportunity. Something much better will be on its way. And this unicorn and his maiden also urge you to keep your dreams a secret for now. You may be excited by a new idea, but while it is in the early stages of manifestation, it's better to keep it to yourself. Our seedling dreams are precious, and it only takes criticism from just one person to diminish their magic. Others may not share your belief that anything is possible. So for now, keep your plans and ideas close to your chest and only share them when they feel stronger. I like it. Because they do. They have here because you've got like the plans that you're making here. You've got this new passion. You've got that you're making plans, but they want you to keep these plans just kind of quiet, because that is what the Tower card tells you here. That there's this whatever's whatever unfolds in your life doesn't unfold for you. Life doesn't happen to you, and things will be removed out of your life that are in the way of you moving towards your dream, and to make the space for things in your life too. So they're just like, just know that things will work out. You don't need to share all these plans, but just know that they are helping remove things out of your path that don't help you move towards this dream. And then they have the 9 of Pentacles here too, which is you turning inward and really defining yourself and knowing you can do this on your own without outside support. Because the 9 of Coins, the 9 of Pentacles, you're in there with spirit guiding you, which of course they're part of your spiritual posse. Like, we're helping you feel this fullness and this wholeness and defining your worth from the inside out instead of trying to define yourself by the outside world. They're really showing you ways to stand strong and be true to you. So I like this message that they have coming in here, and that they're helping you in this path because they do support a dream, to becoming forward for you. So I like that. Um, Yeah, oh, wow. And, I don't see June's question yet, so I will jump to your second, there, which I feel like, uh, that happened on purpose because this is your dream, right? The spirit guide message on the music you want to create. Shh, no one else. This is our secret, everyone in the room is listening to this right now. So this is your dream, right? And they want to help you on this. Just be aware, all of the things that he just said. Be aware. Don't trust your gut. If there's a contract or an offer or something, you're just like, my spidey senses are going off. Trust that. Trust it. So let's take a look here and see what spirit does want you to know. Um, that No, not at all, June. It was perfect because I feel like these just rolled into one another. So, thank you for allowing me just to flow into this second question because I feel like they're just there. Which way they the Kurt they in spirit. Um, I feel is who's guiding you, if that's what you're meaning. Um, yeah, and I like this here. Let me just yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's all, spirit's guidance, towards the music. They have the wheel of fortune. They're like, it is for you. Just know that things are unfolding perfectly. Like we said, your spirit team, both. Depends on which sentence I'm saying. When I say they, capital They, when I'm referring to spirit, that will be your, guardian angel, your angels, your spirit guides, loved ones who are on the other side, ancestors, a whole slew of beings. But, trusting your gut, trusting your instinct. Um, and so if there's like if I said they, like if there's an offer of some sort, trust your heart and trust your instinct. If there's someone offering something from the outside, if you're just like, I don't think this is, trust that and don't get involved in that. But the wheels are turning here towards you for your creativity towards music, and so they are very much in favor of this. And it is, even your human will feel it's fortunate for you for pursuing this. One of the things to do is to, with the eight of vessels here, the eight of cups, is leave behind emotions that no longer serve you. And this allows you to move forward towards nine of cups, which is dreams come true, dream fulfillment to come true. So I do like that, for you here too. This also tells me there might be some friendships or relationships that no longer serve you either. And it's okay to let those fall away. And you don't have to invest energy in pursuing that. You do have the Ace of Pentacles, which is new opportunities are coming your way here that are in alignment with your dream of creating music. But again, trust your heart, trust your instinct, with it, because um, uh, your spidey sense, and it's them. When I say them, spirit, your spiritual posse, that they are, doing that for you, going, "No, no, 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 it's like they're waving you off. Don't trust them. No, no, no." And so they're doing that for you, and that's why your alarms are going off when you're just like, "This sounds really good, but something's telling me that you are not telling the truth," and trust that. So, oh, yeah, you're not being rude at all. And I like this, that you have, both the keepers of coin, which is the Queen of Cups, and this would be trust in your heart and trust in your instinct. She's like the high priestess, as well, which is, very intuitive, trusts her gut, communication with spirit. But I like that the kind of way to have these come together too, because this is sharing your heart, through your music. And as long as it's sharing your heart, it's just beautiful, because this is how you share the unconditional love in your heart with the world, through speaking of, how the kind of music that you're creating. If there's lyrics with it, of course, it's sharing of the pain. And it wouldn't even matter if there were lyrics or not. The amount of emotional energy that you put into the music, it just touches people. And I know you probably have seen it, like on, you know, American Idol or Britain's Got Talent or whatever, where you can tell the people who are singing words and people who are singing pain and emotion, and you're just like, you get goosebumps. And even if they're singing off key or whatever, you can just sense it, and you're just like, whoa. And so this is what's important for you, is to do it from your heart. And I'm not sure if your songs have to do with heartbreak or love, but definitely this would be a confirmation of that too. But I love that for you. It's very, very supported, for you, Nova. So I'm liking it. I'm liking it. And they're just like, continue to move forward, follow your heart, Follow your instincts. You do have opportunities that are coming up here for you, and you are definitely not in it alone. You're surrounded by your posse that are arranging things and having things, but pay attention if you get any spidey senses. All right, that's what they have. I can't wait to hear what you create, Nova. So, supernova, right? Yeah, absolutely. Part of the team. Um, they are with you as well as other loved ones, as well as you have a whole slew. You definitely have a crowd around you, supporting you, so you are not alone. So that is what is happening. So many, many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donations. And June, thank you again for your donation and for allowing me to combine those together. All right. So you randomly met Ass last weekend. You had a great fun and chat. Oh, that's right. And gave him your number. and you're surprised he hasn't texted yet. Has he thought of you? Will you hear from him? All right. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? All righty. Let's see what's going on. Well, there's a lot of fire energy going on here. So let's take a look here and see what is going on. I We have the world here in the 7 of Wands. And the world card is like this ending of old cycles and beginning of new things. And the 7 of Wands is like being seen and having people poke and poke and poke. And so I feel like when we're asking, has he thought about me? What's going on? Will you hear from him? We'll look into that here in a sec here, but I just feel like they're in this transitional piece of their life here, and they've got a lot of people that are just like berating them. And it's almost like they are on the defensive of other people. And there's this changes, a lot of changes. And I don't know, don't want to say necessarily there's drama going on, but there's drama going on. And it's not like they've wanted it, it's just like their personality and these changes that they've made just caused ripples that they're all, up in arms about. Because we got the 2 of Wands, which, it's like they're in these planning stages with this change that has come in here for them. And, the 5 of Pentacles here does have to do with like a lot of what they're facing here. Let me bring this other one in here too. With the being seen and standing out and feeling victorious, um, they've got this underlying feeling abandoned, feeling left out in the cold, feeling left behind, lack kind of energies. And with everything that's going on, I feel like they kind of just retreated this week from everything just because the amount of um, drama that had happened from all this. So I feel like it's withdrawn from everything, just because that's what like when I said they have become defensive. They've kind of like holy holy cow, and they've kind of taken cover, if that makes sense. So definitely been very very distracted here. So let's take a look here. They wanted you to know all that. They always like a backstory. It's like Marvel. You will have communication from them. I know, right? Bing, bing, I've been busted. Brudda nosy Zen. um, but this is Apprentice of Swords, which is Page of Swords. Communication, new communication. So you will get communication from them. Let me see here. Crown of Coins. Yeah. So this is the King of Pentacles. Abundance, victory, overflowing. That comes in here with that too. The Apprentice of Swords does show, that's thinking and thoughts. And so they did think about you. But I just feel like they had such a such a crappy week of, uh, of being attacked. That's why they've, like, gone into their bomb shelter. But I feel like things are will be calming out here. Let me see anything about when. Oh, crap. No, I'm just kidding. Temperance, patience, patience, patience. And of course, whenever we get a lovely patience card, it's all about, okay, what emotions are coming up? What can I learn through this situation? How can I raise my love vibration? What are thoughts and beliefs? What fears do I have of why didn't he text me? Well, what fear is whispering that in our ear, right? There's this little and it's like, oh, okay, does it mean there's something wrong with me? All the things that we all get whispered in our ear, right? Is there something wrong with me? Did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong? Am I not attractive? Did I scare him off? Did I blah, 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 blah? All our wonderful 10 questions. I know, right? I love that there's 2 cups on it, though, because that means things are progressing. They're going back and forth, uh, turning to gold eventually, right? So I feel like you'll hear from them. Um, they're just saying, take care of that. Yeah, Princess of Vessels, Page of Cups, new love. So new emotion. So I like it. I feel like it's, of course, happening for you, but it's looking into what you're fearing there. Yeah. The Eight of Swords, which is a wonderful flowing thinking energy, but it's becoming aware of what of my own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets make me feel small, restricted, blinded, bound, trapped. And so these are what are coming up here for you. And so if you just glance at those, then that releases that energy and then it'll speed things back up because things slow down for us to have time to review it, because the movie moves so fast it goes down to frame by frame, so you can really look at it and go, "Oh, okay," you know. I like that, and possibly, wink, wink. If you look into that and review that, then that will bring things in. Yeah, I hear where you're coming from, but spirit still knows all. So if we are curious about it, that means there's a fear. If there was no fear, it wouldn't even come across our mind. So it might just be a little bit in there. But if you look at it and kind of go, what am I afraid of? Why do I care? What am I afraid of? And just see what happens, see what unfolds. Allow your inner child, because it could be subconscious, it could be your little inner child going, I'm scared they won't want to play with me. It could be something from, early childhood, but there is a fear there that can, be there. Yeah. I know. Trust me. They call me on all of my little stuff all the time. So that's what's coming through. All right. So that's what they have for you. So good stuff. I like it. So that's what's coming through for you. Needy? I don't think so. Not yet. I don't think your name um, doesn't sound familiar from today. From before, definitely. I know who you are, but not in readings yet today. Oh, thank you so much, and thank you so much for your donation. And I appreciate your sense of humor too. So I like it. All right. All right. Love 1, 2, 3, 4. Simmer down now. I do see something came through here. Oh, yeah, there is it says there's one pending due to security purposes. They have determined that the person is suspicious. No, they doesn't say that. it just is a normal thing. Every once in a while, they review certain payments more closely to ensure the platform being used is blah 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 blah. So, um, yeah, yeah, it just says, as security measures, they review certain payments just to ensure that the platform, the PayPal platform, is being used properly and to minimize the potential risk for us and our customers. It's currently being reviewed, blah, blah, blah. We're working to resolve this. So I see it there. So, I mean, hasn't happened to me yet before, but it is Saturday and they're very busy. So they might just have, maybe it's just they do a certain amount of those. But of course, you've made many, many donations before, so I know you're good for it and that it's gonna be fine. So we will act as if that it did not mention um the questions. Let me see here. No. Let me I'm just gonna pull up, PayPal real quick here, in case your questions are those that you do not want to be public. Let me see if they, at least tell me those. Alright. Yeah, no problem. I know you're good for it. Yeah, you're definitely one of my top donors for sure. Okay, yeah, I can see your I see it pending and but I can see the questions online here. Not in the email, but online. So we'll do that here. Oh, okay. All right. And then you just saved me time anyway. So I'll just go off of that. I'll just close this out. One less screen open. All right. And thank everyone for your patience. We got it figured out. All right. Ooh, how exciting. Purchasing a multifamily home by October. Let's take a look here. All right. So let's take a look. And thank you for your donations. And sorry for the extra interesting experience. And we do have Sagittarius full moon energy today, which my dad's a Sagittarius. My host is a Sagittarius, one of my close friends. Another one of is a Sagittarius. And I'm like, they are all about shenanigans. So expect shenanigans for the next couple of days with with the full moon today. All right. So let's take a look here. So first, I know at least Sag Suns and then whatever else. um, wow. So for October, you've got the Ace of Cups, which is new love, new, emotion. And then the Champion of Vessels, which is Knight of Cups. So movement. So you've got movement and newness coming in here for October. So this would be like a you know affirmative for me. Very positive energy coming in, movement of emotion, and that coming in. So I really like that. So we've got those there's. Um, and so we'll look into those. See, I have some people I know. Um, Eladona, let me just check real quick here. Don't think so. No, Aldona, you are about 10 more free readings away, and Kritika, you're a couple after that. So I just have a lot of donations today. So, but not yet. Have not reached you guys yet. But if you do want your readings prioritized, of course, a donation of any kind. Have to throw that in there. That's an opportunity if you want that. Otherwise, we'll eventually get down there. Yeah, I'm an hour in, so I have about another hour. I'll probably be on. Usually Saturday mornings, I usually stretch it to 3 hours. But let's take a look here. So, sorry, thank you, Renee. So we do have that here. We've got this um, positive outcome here for moving into a new multi-family home in October. Those are very, very positive there. Um, and we've got the Three of Wands too, which is a change of direction, and the Five of Vessels, which is understanding here. I feel like in the search, you actually do end up like you might like find one and put down like, oh, that's what I want, that's the one I want, and it's like, no, you don't get it, you don't get that one, but there's a change of direction with which there's like changes there that happen, and it's okay. You can get pissy about it or angry or sad. That's what the Five of Coins is like, you can feel your emotions, but just know that it's happening on purpose for you. Feel the emotions, feel the disappointment or whatever, but then know that it actually is for your betterment, right? Because the Three of Wands does take you in a different direction that is always for your highest purpose. So just do that, when with the house hunting and the house movement and all that, just know, okay, this is what go with this, right? I know, right? And then number two, yeah, the settlement, right? Um, wow, a lot of champions. What did you have the other champion over here too, didn't you? Wow, you got three knights out of four in your reading. A lot of movement, a lot of change here. Um, and we've we've got the high priestess card here. You might feel like they'll back up, you know. That's what a high priestess does. She retreats to her high priestess temple. So you're gonna feel them back away from you, in the beginning, um, when you give notice and you're not burning bridges, because I feel like you'll give notice and do that, and it's like, okay. Um, and then there'll be movement of thought, and it takes time with the Knight of Pentacles. It's the slowest moving knight, but you have the fast moving knight too. So it's like they'll get over it. They'll change their outlook. Um, you know, in there, just know that it'll take them time. Even though I feel like they've known all along that we're not going to be able to keep you. You're almost feel like overqualified, and you've got great ambition and great aspirations, and we're not going to be able to, it's like in the back of their mind, they've known we better enjoy her while we have her because we're not going to have her very long. But the planner and that, and the constant changing of energies too, is like, uh, who knows? One moment they're fine, the next moment they're not, right? Yeah, and they got the Crown of Swords, so King of Swords, a lot of mental things, and, I feel like with you, you're the master of communication. I feel like you have Aquarius tendencies or, air sign tendencies. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra they're master communicators. You've learned skills. If you don't have any of that in your chart, I'd be surprised. But if not, you have the ability where you've learned um, how to communicate, Okay. Okay. Well, there you go. So you have that, that's in there, and, it definitely, you're able to communicate, and just, if they have their little pouty lip, let them have their little pouty lip. They need to process. It's okay. It's not about you. It's about their fears, and, "Oh, it's about me, they're leaving because of me. Maybe I could have kept them," and you're like, "No, you couldn't have kept me." So that's what's coming through. So I like it for you. That's what they got for you there. Love 1, 2, 3, 4. And so that's what they have for you now. So I like it for you. No burns bridge, no burns bridged. Wow. No bridges burned. So that's what they have. So again, thank you for your donation. I know it'll come in, so don't worry about it. Um And that's what they have. So many, many blessings to you. Good to see you. And Gemini, Gemini Sun, Aquarius Moon. um, welcome, welcome, and thank you for your donation. Just making sure I didn't skip over anyone. No, I did those. Okay. All right. So you'd like a general with Taurus in you. Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what does Spirit wants you guys to know right now. Absolutely. You're very welcome. Thank you. Okay. Anything else? All right. All right. I like it. Okay. Well, nothing concerning for me here. I like this here, the general for you two here. We've got the first card that came out was the Apprentice of Coins, which is the Page of Coins or Pentacles. New opportunities that are opening up in the outside world here. So I like that there is growth and there is this earthiness to it too, which the Taurus, they're very earthbound, but I feel like there's growth. There is, the seedling is getting past the ground and getting some sun. So I feel like there is progression that's coming here. Also with the Six of Swords, moving from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking, also movement card. So it does show that there's mind and mental changes happening with the Taurus, and most likely with you too. There is transformation here. Um, I think we knew that. We like that because we've got here's joy and celebration. So, definitely there is a lot of joy and celebration that comes in here. And bonding and I feel like the energy is balanced with both on each side here as well. So I like this, and there is this growth and this that comes in. And I like it. We also have emotion that is growing and changing here too. We've got the 10 of vessels, 10 of cups, full and overflowing. So, this energy that's between you two, it just feels like it's growing and it expands and it expands. And you have the keeper of vessels, which is the queen of cups, which the queen of cups, she rolls over emotion and she gets a second portion of emotion. So the heart really is full and overflowing, but she feels deep and she connects to the upper realms too. So trust your gut and trust your instinct too, and allow your heart to feel. You have the key here to the heart that's overflowing, and I like that. Um, I feel like a part of the key here that helps transform some energies is that you are focusing on what you're grateful for. Like I like what you're saying. I really like them. A good person makes me laugh. You're focusing on who they are and not who they're not. And the more we focus on who they are, who they are, who they are, and what I'm grateful for, the more things to be grateful for expand and come into that too. So I like this because I just feel like there is this wonderful, um, transformation that happens with all of this. Because here's the 5 of Wands. Wands is drive, passion, inspiration, our overall energy, and the 5 is a transformation of energy. Something that starts off with fear that transforms into something more of love and of the higher vibration, right? And so I like this change that's happening here because I feel like that's where this energy change is coming is because I feel like you're just tired of fearing and focusing on and feeling like, oh, that person's not doing this, that person's not doing that. We all go through that because we're taught that when we're young to judge and compare, other people. But I feel like this really is this clarity coming in, this joy, this choosing of emotion that's coming in, and you're mastering your emotions with the keeper of vessels, right? But I feel like you found a key of happiness, right? Is like, you know what? enjoying for someone for who they are and enjoying the moments together without a lot of expectations and trying to cage each other. How free is that, right? And I feel like that's what the Six of Swords brings in. So very positive energies, the butterfly flying high above, the expectations, the thoughts, the beliefs, the mindsets. Who are they supposed to be? They are who they are, and I love them for who they are, and I like it. And there's this bond, there's this joy that overflows. And that's like you're talking about. You want to know a little secret? The secret to any successful relationship is as low expectations, um, as we can get, because then rather than focusing on who someone's not, we're focusing on who someone is, and who wouldn't want that? I even like the idea of, if you're in a relationship, making it a relationship of gratitude where every day you sincerely find something you really enjoy in someone and tell them what it is sincerely, and try not to repeat things, and just every day make it like a living gratitude journal, right? Where it's just like, something that I really like about you is like, you make me laugh, and it's just you're a bright point of my day. And people are like, what? Can you imagine what kind of a relationship you'd have with someone if that was it? Yeah, yeah. That's good. Um, I like that, your heart wants more, and you can just focus on gratitude for what you do have and just keep doing that. Eventually it can turn into best friends sleeping over instead of like, oh, I want you to be my boyfriend. And it's like, oh, all those expectations that come in, and there goes the fun. But yeah, but I like it. I like it for you. Very positive. Joy, 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 joy. Is there possibilities of romance in the future? I feel is like what we are wanting to know here. Your spirit team is funny. Oh, okay. Whoa. Yeah. They're like, don't kill the relationship. But they definitely have the Five of Swords. They're like, let your fears go. Look at the fears you have. Eight of Wands is fast moving energy and passion. But I feel like just this is the conflicting thoughts in your head here. And I feel like they were it's like they put up a door with a skull and a danger, do not enter sign for me, as a joke, like, like, "I wanna know, is there?" And they're like, "No, not no," but they're like, telling me, "Do not enter that. We do not want that to be known right now." So they're like, the part of the journey is learning to just go with the flow and not have expectations, because the expectations are what kills the relationship. Sucks the life right out of the sail. The wind, it just and so it's like just enjoying whatever unfolds and who it is, right? And I like it. So they're funny. All right. So thank you again, Gemini Sun Aquarius Moon, for your donation. That's what they have for you right now. So enjoy the moments is the summary, right? All righty. So I think that was all of my donations for right now. Yeah, sometimes yeah, I've learned, that the need to know. I'm like, yeah, it's almost like, dating someone in the CIA. Can I know that? No. Okay. You just learn to get used to going, can I push it? And they're like, we'll give you this little tidbit, but that's it. And then sometimes like this, they're just like, no, the part of the experience is not knowing right now. And I'm like, because I know when they had me go through things like that. That's why my heart goes out to you guys when I get the cards. "Oh, you got the patience card, bah." All right. So let's get back to the readings here. So thank you so much again. And Divine Feminine Chronicles, thank you for your patience. We are to you. So I am doing well. And you want to know what is coming towards you in love soon. All right. All right. So we've got the peace of mind card coming in here, which is that's great. You know, it's letting go of expectations. And I feel like this is like this power of choice, power of where you're investing your energy. I feel like they are having these expectations. Some of these situations come up of the supposed to be, the should be, the need to be, the have to be, the must be. um, Learning to cut those away is what you've been working on and doing. And so there's this peace of mind. But now I feel like they're moving from the classroom to the laboratory. And I feel like what's coming towards you is the stuff that you've been learning around power of choice, of whatever I focus my energy on is what grows and expands. I feel like you're applying that knowledge. They're bringing it into the real world, as they say. So I feel like it's not, there's not tests, it's experiments. And so we get to experiment and see, when this thing unfolds, what was I focusing on? Was I drawing that in? Well, let me change my energy around it because I don't want that anymore. Or, oh, I really liked that this came in. What was I doing? What was I focusing on? Oh, I'm going to continue to focus on that. I love this experimenting, mad scientist, feel about it that they are bringing in for you here, because I feel like you're going from the classroom and into the field. It's like you've been trained and now we're putting you into the situation to show you what you've learned. And I like it. I like it for you. It just feels very, very freeing and affirming. Affirming is the good word. Just feels, wow, I have learned, and I'm applying it, and I love it because I love it when, I finally, it goes from here into here. Like, I know it, I know it, I know it, but then suddenly it's like, I just did it. Wow. And so I like it. That's what's coming in for you. So many, many blessings for you. That's funny. The CIA. All right. And then I'm at 2.5 hours. So I'm going to go into kind of lightning round for free readings, just so I can try to get through some more. Because I've had a lot of donations and I haven't done a ton of free ones. So I want to get those in and try to get you guys as many messages as you can. So we're going to do little snippets and move to one card readings. So for golden, like a general reading. And you have the Nine of Swords, which is the nightmare and insomnia card, which is all right. It's just telling you that you're at a point right now that you're so close to the Ten of Swords where you're just like, I'm sick and tired of, being exhausted from trying to live up to all these expectations. Maybe it's around a particular situation or it's just life in general. It's you just like, you know what? I like the Ten of Swords in a lot of decks because they'll show like something that's looks almost dead because it's got all the 10 swords stuck in it, like a pincushion or a voodoo doll. And it's just like, I feel like I've had it. And that's such a wonderful place to be. My friends, when I tell them, they're like, I just can't take it anymore. And I'm like, great. And they're like, what? And I'm like, because you're ready to let go. When you can't take it anymore, you're just like, fine. And you release trying to control the world and you feel the weight of the world lift from your shoulders. And I like this for you. It's like, you can't please anybody any of the time for very long, and not everyone any of the time at all together. So you're always going to be letting someone down and not meeting up to their expectations. There's always going to be people not meeting up to ours. So there's this beautiful release of expectations, the release of all these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that we had that is very freeing for you. And I feel like that's what spirit wants you to know right now. So there you go, Golden. So many blessings to you. And Princess Pinky. So, message from your Aquarius. Does he love you? Let's take a look here. Do I need to switch decks? Nope, here it is. Well, I'm getting that is deep down inside. Excuse me, you got the Two of Vessels, Two of Cups. That would be a yes. There is love there for you, and that is about a friendship, a love, romance. It's a very important relationship. So I do feel like it's down in there with that card. So just like with an Aquarian, I'm an Aquarius sun. So Aquarius is this is we know it's just kept very well in the compartments, the Tupperware containers, in our hearts. We don't just go around throwing emotion around. Usually, it's little Tupperware containers. So that's what's coming through, Princess Pinky. So that's an affirmation there. Links Lee guidance for your love life. Let's take a look here. You have this strength card coming in here, and it's basically saying that the greatest love you're going to find ain't going to be on the outside. It's about turning inward and upward to your higher self. And once you connect to this higher love, you're going to find that, oh, this is a love I've been looking for. You feel full, you feel whole, fills you up and overflows. And then the love of the outside world changes from being so disappointing and falling short all the time because you're expecting it to be something that it can't be for you. Once you find this fullness inside, then you're like, oh, then you allow it to be what it is, which is above and beyond extra on the outside world. It's like the extra added on. It's not the full thing, right? So this is what the guidance is for your love life is the greatest thing that you can do is turn inward and upward and connect to that higher love, and then you stop feeling like you need love on the outside world, which will always disappoint. And then you find that you find what you need here, and then what you want is out here. You can still want it. It's just above and beyond extra, and it totally changes from lack to abundance. So that is what is coming in for you, Links Lee. So many blessings to you. All right. And Kevin, okay, boom. A general read, or I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I was looking at below. So, Kriti's thoughts about you. Wow. So you've got the Crown of Wands, which is the King of Wands. So a lot of passion, a lot of fire, but they are very mature in expressing their passions and their desires and their interest. They're not like a teenager going around on hormone overload and like, oh my God, and attacking and humping your leg or anything like that. They have this passion, this beautiful fire that's burning within them, but they're also just very connected and very mature and very stable with it all. And it just feels very good. They understand their energy and how to express their energy. So I like that. There is that burning, there's this attraction that's within them, but they also don't just go, oh my gosh, I got to act on it. They allow things to unfold. Again, very mature energy that's coming in there. So that is what is coming in for you, Kevin. And Vidi, Jalan, you'd like a general read. All right. We have the Champion of Wands. So this is the Knight of Wands, fast moving energy. So you definitely have some stuff that's coming in here very quickly for you. I feel like if it comes in fast, it leaves fast. So don't freak out too much about if something comes in that doesn't feel like it's what you're wanting, because it's going to move on fast. And also don't get attached to something that, wow, this is amazing. Enjoy it in the moment, because then it flies away like this bird. So there's a lot of fast movement, a lot of fast energy that's coming in here for you, and it's great. I like it. It's similar to a reading that I did a little bit ago here with this wand, is that you have this energy around you right now. All your planets are in alignment where you manifest stuff like this. So if you focus energy on something, whoosh, here it comes. If you focus energy on a fear, whoosh, it draws in something. So it's being aware of what energy that you're focusing on, because it is bringing in all of these things, and then they move very fast too. Because like if you focus on a if your energy is lower vibrational and you attract in something lower vibration, as soon as you change it to high vibration, that gets repelled, and then you have this. But then because of how fast everything's moving in your energy right now, um, also, if you suddenly focus back on something fearing, that's repelled, and something else comes in. Normally, energy is very slow moving, so you're attracting things in, and you change your energy, and that just away. And this thing drives in, and then you change, and it starts drawing this back. It's very slow. They very rarely reach you as fast as they are going to be reaching you here in over these next couple weeks. The other one was like all of month of June. I just feel for you it's over the next 2 weeks. So be aware and use it wisely. Use your power wisely. All right. So that is what's coming in there. And Dijona Sturgis, whatever comes out. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Oh, wow. So you got the World card. You have significant endings and new beginnings coming in. It's very positive card, though. So it's like you're changing um, uh, the approach to this journey, this adventure that's starting up. It's free of a lot of expectations. There's not a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and walls all around it. It's very free flowing, and it just feels like I don't know why. If you're not a Lord of the Rings fan, they're just showing me Bilbo Baggins. And he has his little he just packed enough stuff, and he's like, I'm on an adventure, and I don't know what I'm gonna do or where I'm gonna go. I'm just going on an adventure. And that's what's happening. And it's like, wow, how fun. What an exciting energy coming in here. It's like this wonderful fresh start and something that feels very much like an adventure. So that's what's coming in, Dijona, for you right now. So many blessings. And Bella Bala, you want to know, what does your Leo want from you? Mm, who knows? They want the moon. They want the moon from you. Wow, that's pretty extreme, right? Give me the moon. You're just like, go get it yourself. But there's a lot of hidden and unseen here with the moon card. There's a lot below the surface that they're being secretive and not aware of it. So there's a lot of unknowns here. A lot of emotion, though. I feel like they uh, they want this, like, Mother Luna. It's like this nurturingness from you. That's the one thing that is coming through, is like, I want to feel nurtured by you. And it's like, okay. But there's a lot of stuff underneath the surface too. That's just it's very dark and mysterious under there. I don't know, Bella Bala. It just feels like um they they've got a lot in their subconscious, a lot of neediness, like their little inner child just needs a lot of nurturing, a lot of love, a lot of stuff. And I just feel like, just be aware. Just there's a lot lurking under there. It's like, do you really want to go to the swamp? Yeah, why don't we stay clear of the edges there? I kind of feel like spirit's just saying, just kind of keep your distance. Let them show you who they are. Because there's a lot of mystery going on here. And it doesn't feel like, oh, mystery, intrigue. It's like, stranger danger, stranger danger. So I don't like them for you. The energy that's coming through. I feel like they're just like, yeah, it's just let them be a reflection for you, but don't get too close. So that's what's coming through, Bella Bala. So many blessings to you. Right. take a look here. Thank you. Needy. Are you asking me, needy? Am I going to India? I hardly even leave my basement. You think I'm gonna go to a whole nother country? I don't know. Oh, you never know. I never say never, but we'll see. You're so funny. And thank you for the congratulations. All right, divine beauty. How can you manifest your desired partner? All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? So you have the nurturer. So Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. The partner you desire the most is actually yourself. But this is all about self love. The Empress, is mothering and nurturing yourself and giving you the love that you've been looking for. So truly, it is a message of we are the ones that are. I'm the one I've been looking for. I always love that. I'm in a complicated relationship with myself, and it's great. Um, but your desired partner, how you manifest your truly desired partner of what will match your high heart is raising your love vibration. Because when we're at a lower vibration that has fears and we're like feel like we're missing something in our life and we're searching and we have this lower vibration, we attract in lower vibration individuals and experiences, which is not your desired partner. So to obtain your desired partner, it's about turning inward and upward, and we expand our self-love by reaching out and getting to know our higher self, but also we start cutting away these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, these emotions that no longer serve us. It's Rumi who says, we don't have to find love, we just need to find the obstacles that we have created between us and love, which are these mindsets that have been created from emotions we felt of fear growing up. As I spit, sorry. And it's this removing of these things, and it's like removing the weights that we have on a hot air balloon. You know how it has the sandbags. You cut off the sandbags and you rise, and you cut off more sandbags, and you rise, and you cut off more sandbags, and you rise, and eventually then this is where the partner you're truly desiring is, but we're not finding it down here. So the biggest thing we can do is turn inward and upward, and it totally transforms our outside world, because we move from being on the ground to up in the air. So that's what's coming through, divine beauty. So hopefully that resonates for you, and many blessings for you. All right. And then Aldona, you will be my next free reading coming up here, but I do have a donation. Thank you so much always, Victory, for your additional donation. And then, so what action steps do your guides encourage next? All right. So we'd like an oracle, um, and a tarot. All right. Or and tarot, not a tarot. So let's see here. Let's bring in the tarot. Okay. Okay, they want that one, and then that one, and that one, and then that one, and that one. Okay. Steps are important here, evidently. So we'll do that. And then, so we've got the chakra, the lantern, or the unicorn. I'm going to make it your choice. I feel like it's all about choice for you. So this is one, two, or three. So which one would you like? Always one, two in the middle, or three on the end. Unicorn! That's great. All right. Let's see. What do the unicorns have? All right. So we'll start with your oracle. I love this. Did we get this? Feels familiar, but you never know. I dream about stuff all the time. I like the little bitty bitty. Look at the little baby unicorns. Oh, that's great. Take time to play. Nurture your inner child. Live with a childlike sense of wonder. I like it. You get to play. It's playtime. So, your inner child is the innocent aspect of yourself that still believes in magic and miracles without question. The inner child can be your greatest ally in creating your dreams, but only when they feel loved, safe, and are given permission to play. So when your inner child is hurt, scared, or neglected, they can create sabotage, procrastination, or hold you back from achieving greater things in your life. That little brat, no, that's what they do. The gentle unicorn mother and her sweet baby encourage you to pay attention to the child within and give them plenty of love, healing, and nurturing. Let them know it is safe to play. Put them in charge of engaging with the fun and magic in your life. If you suffered childhood abuse, bullying, or any other trauma, this card may be a message to seek out deep healing for those wounds so you can move on with your life. It may also be a call to live in more innocence by seeing the good in people and believing life is magical. Call on the baby unicorns to help you honor and love your inner child, to reclaim your innocence, and to spend more time living in wonder. Miracles will happen when you do. Woo-hoo-hoo. I like it. I like it. I can't wait to see these your oracle here. Okay. Yeah, it feels like play. And maybe it wasn't you. But there was like these um release and play, enjoy, focus on play, kind of cards. I thought maybe it was like a day or 2 ago, but, again, I even dream of doing tarot readings. I know. But you got the devil card here, which is all about releasing of the cage that we have ourselves in. And that's like releasing the inner child from that it doesn't have to, obey all these rules, 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 because that's what we start off as these, children of wonder and like anything's possible till adults tell us, no, they're not. And that's what the devil, shows us is the devil card is the Saturn Capricorn energy that shows us all these opinions when people are like, no, 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 you cannot be an astronaut. And we're like, oh, and it's like, no, you could be an astronaut. You can be whatever you want. There's this freedom that comes with this energy, right? I love the Two of Cups too, because this is about developing this beautiful close relationship with your inner child. Definitely, it's like one of the most important relationships is to connect with them. And I know I've done a lot of inner child work throughout my life, but this last year in 2022, yeah, seeing things more clearly. 2022, no, it was 2020. Oh, 2022 was seeing the 2 of you, which is the 2 of us, and it was great because, I don't know if I've shared these books with you. If I have, my apologies. Never hurts to see them again, but, tapping into wealth, I know it seems like, "What?" But she goes into more than because it's using tapping to connect to your inner child and to your, your inner self, your subconscious self. And then we also have the presence process, which they're huge. They have a breathing technique, but if you just read the stuff without even doing all the breathing stuff, oh my God, wonderful, wonderful things. I even had a wonderful experience with some of the meditations where I visited the hospital where I was born, and I walked in and I was in one of those little this was way, way back in the day. These had these bassinets. No one was in the room. I was all by myself. I walked in, I picked up my little baby self and I just plopped me on my arm and I just felt the weight of my little baby self and I just sat there and just spent time just feeling the love between us, and there's amazing things. So those 2 books are really amazing if for anyone, if that interests you. But I feel like that 2 of Cups is doing that. And we've got the 10 of Pentacles. So this is this abundant feeling that brings this fullness and wholeness to your life from the inside out with that interactions. And the Seven of Wands. So, I'm not sorry, not the Seven of Wands, the Six of Wands, which is victory. So these things, the actions that they encourage you to do is when you connect with that inner child and you play, and hummingbirds, such playful energy too. But it's like this wonderful, wonderful connection that you have releases so much in the outside world. It truly does. When you realize that there's this little, I don't know if did you ever see that, I think it was a Disney movie, it's like Boss Baby or something, where you see this little baby in a business suit and he has a cigar, but it's like they're the ones that are in charge of this forest fields of keeping things out of our life. So if they don't feel loved and they don't feel they can play and all that, like it talked about, they'll put up these barriers if they feel unsafe. And it's such an important piece of our growth is going in doing that. And they have the Seven of Pentacles. So Seven of Pentacles is, last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. So we cannot have a reading without a patience card coming in, right? But it is this fruition here. So I really like that. So I like it, I like it, I like it. And yeah, very, very positive, and I just gotta show the little baby unicorns again here. See if we can get it. There he goes. Oh, so that's like you and your baby self. So very, very cool. I like it, I like it, I like it. Oh, very good. You are very welcome, and thank you for your additional donation. I really, really appreciate that. All right, and love. 1, 2, 3, 4. Um, okay, sent on Cash App. Thank you. All right. So, what are you supposed to be doing? Right? You definitely have a lot of fire, a lot of fire. Let's take a look here and see. Oh, all right. Simmer down. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Simmer down. So you have the temperance, which of course is patience and just trusting the process. Things will unfold, of course. But you have the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles is about you finding your worth from within. The nine is the hermit's journey and looking inward, and it's looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. And of course, here is spirit with you, help and guide you and understand what is the most important thing in your life. And that's exactly what you're doing, is like, I have so many interests, but what about you, right? Are you the interest? Because you have the Five of Pentacles, these feelings of being left out in the cold, abandoned, left behind, feelings of lack. Where's the feelings of lack coming in here? Because you got the Five of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles. And we move from feeling, of these, the outside world is not going to, we look to the outside world for our definition, but it's this feeling of they're going to let me down. They're going to pull out the rug from underneath my feet. And it's definitely um, a valid fear when we are defining and depending upon the outside world for our sustenance. We have every right to fear that, right? Because when this human character goes into fight or flight mode, it will pull the carpet from underneath you. It will pull back everything for its self survival. And so we really can't depend on human characters for much, because when they freak out, which these days we trigger a lot to go into fight or flight mode until we turn inward and upward and we find, oh, so you're the one that is bringing me what I need in each moment, not these humans. And they're like, yeah. And they've got the endless resources, they've got endless, you know, supply, and they have always made sure we have everything we need, and even more. And they're not just like, here's your bread and water, they're like, here is everything, you know that you need, and here's more because we love you, right? And we realize I can trust you. You do not go into fear. They have nothing to fear, so they never go into fear. Their love for us is eternal, never ends, and unconditional. Nothing I can do to lose it. Unlike the human who has a long list of conditions that I can lose their love any moment. So it's this turning inward to find your wholeness and your completeness, and you find it with the creator, and you start building this trusting relationship, knowing that they will. That's like when you order something from Amazon, it can come through Amazon Prime, or it can come through the post office, or UPS, or DHS, or however it comes to you. That's just humans bringing it to you, but they're not the ones supplying it, right? So I like this kind of focusing in on, um, what are we looking for outside of us to fulfill us when what we're really looking for is inside us. So it's like you might even just look at all the things that you're wanting to do in the outside world, and it's time for endings and new beginnings. It's time to look at a life as an adventure without a whole lot of expectations around it. Because the world card is about, being, this old ways that we've been told have to supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and have to's in life, right? And the full card, this is the last card in the major arcana, and we move into the full card, which is a brand new adventure, like a baby, free of supposed to's and shoulds and need to's. That's like going back to our dream, that things get to, come true. So I really like that. I like it. I like it. I like it. So when you were asking originally here, I have to, because Spirit took me off on a tangent, didn't they? What are you supposed to be doing? Yeah, focusing on your inside, right? Focusing on the important. Yeah, you've got the Six of Wands, so that is victory. And the World card is victory. You have the death and rebirth. So endings and new beginnings. It feels like it's kind of not starting from scratch, but scratching away the things that don't really matter and focusing on the adventure of life is such a huge type of transformation that can happen. So hopefully that helps. Um, because it's like when we have so many interests, it's like, why do I have so many interests? What hole am I trying to fill up inside from the external? Whoa, that's kind of deep, but that's what's coming in. So many blessings, and thank you again for your donation. I really appreciate that. All righty. I think that was all my donations. Let's scroll back up to the top here. And I know, let's see, we left off with Aldona. So, any guidance in your difficult situation now? All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? So, you got the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands represent your energy, and the Four of Wands is like this balancing energy because it's two on each side, but it's also the card of joy and celebration. And I know it seems odd, but guidance in any difficult situation is to really ask ourselves, is it really difficult? Or have we been taught to think it's difficult? Or is the situation just is? Wow, right? It- we are the ones that get to choose what story we apply to a situation, right? And what emotion we want to feel as we go through it. And with this energy, the Four of Wands, what energy we focus on. We create our life, right? Life is not happening to us, it does happen for us. Say that again. Life doesn't happen to us, it happens for us. And usually, meaning every time, when we get this thing delivered to our into our lives, we're like, "Who ordered this for me?" And they show you, and you're like, "Oh, that's my signature." And we're like, "Oh, I really asked for this?" And like, "Well, your soul did. Your soul ordered it for you before you came down here. Now here it is arriving." Or it wasn't something my soul ordered for me. because we have this free will and power of choice experiences in our life. We have a minimum life we live and a highest experience of a life that we can live, and all our energetic choices in life impact that. So if like I talk about a lot of when I focus on what I hate in my life, I'm telling the universe, I really enjoy hating things. Please, please, please. I'm going to order more, reorder, reorder. I want more, more, more things to hate in my life. But when I focus on what I'm grateful for, joy and celebration, I focus on that, then I'm telling the universe, I really enjoy having things to celebrate and be joyful for. So I'm going to order, 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 order more of those. Then they keep coming in. We're like, yes, keep ordering more whenever we focus our energy. So when we're looking at a difficult situation, what we really ask ourselves is, what am I fearing about the situation? That's what makes a situation feel difficult, is that I'm fearing something about it. What does it mean about me? What is it going to bring in? What are the repercussions? What does the future hold because of it? All these fears. But when I start going, what can I celebrate about this situation? What can I focus on about it? We transform the energy around it. So that's what they have for you, Aldona. Hopefully that helps. Um, but that is what's coming through. So many blessings. And just thank you guys also, all of you that have given a thumbs up on the video. It does help spread the Zen love. And thank you very much for being part of the love tsunami. It's something you can do that is free, that you can do if you're not able to make donations. It does help spread the Zen love. So thank you guys, those of you that have done that. Many blessings. All right. And we are to Monica. And I do apologize. I just need to double check I'm at 3 hours, but I just need to make sure um, that I'm not, my host is upstairs. I just want to make sure she's okay still. Okay. Yeah, she's good. Oh my God. She just sent me a picture of a pineapple upside down cake that she made. So she's definitely feeling good because she's baking. All right. So, Monica, you are up next. So, what general reading? Absolutely. Let's take a look here. Wow, you got the Sun card. Beautiful, beautiful card. It's one of the most victorious cards that's coming in. So, you have this brightness, this victory, whatever you're wanting guidance around. Just know that things are unfolding beautifully and things are moving forward. Um, it's like I said, it's like the most victorious, one of the most victorious and brightest cards that can be said, that whatever is unfolding, just know that it's going to turn out for your highest. And it's just going to feel bright and it's just going to be successful with it. While you're waiting for things to unfold, it does shine light onto every area of our life, even into the cobwebs. So it just shows us things as we're going through it that can be transformed if we don't like, oh, look at that cobweb, let me just get rid of that, just clean that up. That's kind of some things that can happen with it. But very bright card, Leo energy, childlike wonder, looking at life with that great wonder in your eye, like a child walking into a candy store. Wow, look at all the possibilities. And I like that kind of energy coming in for you. So that is what they have for you, Monica. So many blessings to you. Kritika Malhotra. I probably murdered that. My apologies, Kritika. Thank you for liking. And hello. So when will you be able to communicate with your crush, Arnav? All right. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? Okay. Wow. So you get one card and you get the lover's card. So definitely it's in the cards that there will be a communication. And at the very minimum, it will be a special connection that you have with each other, with the possibilities of moving into romance and actually partnership as well. As far as the when, the energy around this, I mean, it feels very strong. And I just feel like continue to focus on what you're grateful for. I know I've been saying that a lot in our readings here, but there's so much of a range of things. There's not like a set date and time or whatever in the future because our futures are so much in our own hands. And the thing that we can do to bring it faster always is focusing on our self-love. If we want to draw in love that is something that will stay and will be healthy and of a higher vibrational love, we have to raise our love vibration. If we keep our vibration low in fears and what we're missing and longing and um, hating things, whatever, we're constantly drawing in low vibrational experiences, which tend to blow up. They're very volatile. So um, I feel like with the Lovers card there, they wanted to give you hope and saying this is possible. Lovers is also the power of emotional choice in each moment that you get to put out your love energy. And what energy do you want to draw in? Lower vibrational energy that has a lot of fear rooted in it, or you want to focus on increasing your self-love higher and higher and higher and higher so that the relationship that you draw together is something that's stays long and is true and pure and wonderful instead of full of fear and agony and fighting and everything else, right? So I feel like it's the spirit saying, you know, you don't want to rush the crush. Oh, they're so funny. But a shh. Do not rush the crush because you'll crush the crush. um, instead focus on allow the timing because it's allowing you to remove thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around yourself that are restrictive that will ignite fear and triggers, and it's allowing them also the time to do that. You don't want them to come in and bring their garbage. You want them to clean that stuff out too. Give them time to clean up. And then you are removing emotions that no longer serve you too. So I like that. Don't rush the crush or you'll crush the crush. All right. But that's what's coming in, Kritika. So many blessings to you. And Angelique. Whoops. Yep. Angelique, you are up next here. So you a love reading and regarding the Taurus that you're interested in. All right, let's take a look here. Okay. Well, I do like this for you. You've got the Four of Vessels, the Four of Cups, which does tell me that, the old it's emotional stability with it being a number four, first of all. But these old loves that you've had, they just didn't fulfill, right? They just fell short. They just weren't, this fulfilling, right? They will fall short. What makes us feel full is ultimately the Ace of Cups, which is the chalice, the holy grail from up above. And so the more that you are focusing on this inner love, you're able to pour, and it will those that plant will not die. You'll be able to fill up on the inside and overflow. And I feel like you have been working on your inner love. You've been raising your love vibration. And that's what's going to bring in something more solid with being a number four. Four, like four big legs on a table. It's a very strong foundation, but it brings in this emotional stability with them. But it's the slow and it's the allowing them to raise their love vibration for themselves and you raising your love vibration for yourself. It actually opens up the pipeline between you two in a bigger way, because if they love themselves very small, no matter how much love you give them, it's just going to trickle in. Same thing with yourself. If you have a low self-love, not much is going to make it out of your heart to them. It's just going to drip out. Also, if they give you a bunch of love, it's only going to trickle in. So it's always a win-win for us to expand our own inner love, because then it not only the benefit of getting the most amazing love we ever will have is from above, but it also allows this huge love flow in so many beautiful different ways to humans and to the human that we want. So they're very very much on that type of energy today. Just the clarity of the best thing you can do, the most useful use of your energy and time is focus on your self love, and then the outside love takes care of itself in beautiful, amazing ways. So that is what's coming in for you. So many, many blessings to you. Right. I think we do take care of those. All right. So we actually are to like we're the beginning of the of the original session here. Let me just make sure here. All right. Sorry if you heard my stomach growl. It is 2 o'clock and I've not eaten yet today. So we will be closing this down pretty quick here, but I'm going to try to get through some more readings here. Lovely Lovey, what kind of childhood trauma did TR experience? Mm, we got the judgment card, which normally means something completely different, but wow, just they couldn't do anything right. I just feel like they were in continual punishment. And with that two X's, two double endings, double new beginnings, I feel like they had at least two significant endings that happened around them in their childhood, possibly, maybe it wasn't a parent, but it was people that were important, maybe a brother or a sibling. They just had some childhood things that happened where there was two significant endings also. So they've had these endings that really impacted them, but then they also had a lot of judgment. Yeah, and they're telling me that with these endings that happened, it really caused like parents to really buckle down and had a lot of rules in place because of fear. So that would make sense if they lost like a sibling young, then there was a lot of rules put in place because they didn't want to lose another child, or they had something happen near to them that, like maybe one of their best friends or maybe a cousin. It was someone close where it caused the parents to go into like super hyper overprotective mode where there were all these rules and couldn't do anything right, and then they had these extreme expectations, and it just felt very um, material, not materialistic, but militaristic, very military, militant type of energy, where they just couldn't do anything right, and they created a lot of trauma because they continually felt like a failure, which, wow, I just wanna pick up that little child and hug him to death. So, but that's what's coming through, lovey, lovey. Hopefully that helps. So many blessings. And Jennifer, oh, Jennifer, you mentioned your moon meditation. Yeah, and don't forget, for anyone else that joined, in the beginning, I did talk about the full moon in Sagittarius, some information on how you can do a release ceremony and really help that. So if you haven't checked it out, it's like within the first 5 to 10 minutes before I started doing readings. So be sure to check that out. It's free information and very powerful. All right. So needy, Sarvaya. Hello, hello. I know, like finally, right? So message from Cabal. No contact third party. Let's take a look here and see what's going on there. So we have the magician card coming in here, and this is about the power of energy and the power of where you're wielding your energy. I feel like waiting around is not um, in the cards. They're so funny. So this is their higher self, of course, talking to you, not their human self. But there's this movement. You initiate, you move, you do what you need to do. Don't wait around anymore. The magician card is about wielding your magic wand and not waiting for stuff to come, but using your magic and your energy and your um, drive, your ambition to move forward. To don't be waiting around, because divine masculine energy, which is the magician energy, is opposite of the divine feminine energy, which is the chalice. The chalice is the cup that says, "All right, I'm ready to be filled," and then the Creator fills us, right, or whatever is brought to us. There are times for us to do that, but this is not the time for this. This is the magician, the divine masculine energy, which is movement and force and movement forward, and we're the ones implementing. And so it is for you to move forward, to move on, to let everything go and just say, you know what, you deserve so much. And so it is this movement for you to go forward, go forward, go forward, um, go forward. So that's what's coming through. So that is what they have for you, needy. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. Shravani Nagosi, you are up next here. All right. So, like, why is there a very long delay in reunion with Sahil? No contact for 3 years. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Page of Wands, Page of Wands. New drive, new ambition, new passion. You know, there it's time to move forward. It's almost like needier here. It's, this is this um holding the magic wand, moving, using your energy to move forward into something that is more in alignment with you. Things are removed out of our lives on purpose for a purpose. And now is the time to look elsewhere, look forward, use your energy to move forward, move forward. This is Wands energy is fire. It's, um, don't need to wait for reunion anymore. It's time to set it ablaze and just, it is time for forward movement. That you know, is an onocular. I forget what they call these, but something scope, right? Telescope, looking forward, looking in the distance, not looking backward, looking forward and using the energy to move forward. So I just feel like you know, there's a delay because it's not growing. There's no growth there. It is for you to move forward. So that's what's coming in, Shravani. So many blessings. Hang in there. All right. And I'm just going to scroll down here and we see we took care of those. All righty. Rita, you're new here. Oh, I'm so sorry that you had a long wait too. Free readings do have a long wait, of course. It's like free getting into anything. But thank you for being a new subscriber and thanks for being here and for your patience if you're still here. And you want to know what is coming towards you in general. So let's take a look here and see what spirit wants you to know that is coming forward. All right. So you have the Seven of Coins. Seven of Coins, Seven of Pentacles in the Standard Tarot is what's the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. I know it's kind of a patience card, but there's also a secondary meaning which is coming in for you, which is when the fruit starts to grow, we're like, what the heck are those? And you see the fruit tree, like apples. Oh, apples. Why did I grow apples? I thought I was growing, something else. And you're like, oh, that's right. Everyone wanted me to grow apples because they wanted apple fritters and apple pie and applesauce and apple juice and apples to eat. But I really not into apples. I want guacamole. I'm gonna sell my apple orchard and I'm now going to invest in an avocado orchard because I want guacamole. And so that's what is happening here, what's coming towards you. So you've been getting fruition of things. You're starting to see the fruit grow. And then you're just like, you know what? It's been a while. I think my tastes have changed. I think that what I want has changed. I feel like you are getting more in tune with what you are wanting in your life. Like you are more in tune with it. So I really like this. I like that what's coming towards you here is this wonderful change that you're implementing. And it's definitely for you because you're realizing what is more your dream come true. So I like it. That's what is coming through for you. So many, many blessings to you, Rita. And thanks for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you some more soon. I am here Wednesday through Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time as well. And I have a ton of free content if you haven't checked out my playlist too. All right, so many blessings to you. And let's see where we're at here. All right. Just seeing how many more we have here. So let's see here. There's a couple there, a couple there. All right, yeah, looks like I still have several more here. So I'm going to try to get through as many as I can in the next 15 minutes. And then I really need to go because I've been on for 3.5 hours. And I will be back tonight too. So I don't want to like totally, wear myself out and then I won't be back tonight. So I'm going to try to see how many I can get through in the next 15 minutes. All right. That's my attempt at balance. All right. So Johanna, uh, is that Irison? Uh, totally murdering it. So you want to know, is you and M's a soul connection? Is there anything Spirit wants you to know about that? All right, let's take a look here. Got the champion of coins, which would be the king of pentacles, not the king, the knight of pentacles. The knight of pentacles, it feels very new to me. The soul connection, I feel this is more physical connection in the outside world. It doesn't feel as like bonding in heart, not bonding in a passion or bonding in mind. It just feels um like outside worldly like. And I feel like the purpose of it though, uh, because the what the Knight of Pentacles is in search of here is this they all have a quest, and this one's after the Ace of Pentacles, which is about relation to your worth to the outside world and determining, how we're seeing things and how things are unfolding there and how you perceive yourself, how we're realizing the difference between self worth, which we find inward and upward, and retail price, which is us determining our worth in relationship to the outside world. So I feel like the part of their interaction is that they just help you understand how fickle human beings can be. So I'm like, oh, be prepared. But I just feel like there's not this, you know, um, like deep like long-term connection. I feel they're more of a stepping stone that help you understand yourself and prepare you for a soul partner. They're more of like a soulmate. We have soulmates who come in which are predetermined and predestined and agreements, but they're not like for forever. They're like, oh, thank you for teaching me that about myself, and I'm moving on. So that's what I feel is coming through for you, Johanna. So many blessings. Hang in there. There definitely is a soul partner later, but this one is not it. All right. All right. Prestige girl, if you're still here, what is going on right now in your life? All right, let's take a look here. We are doing lightning round where I'm pulling just one card once. You have the Four of Swords, which is peace of mind and mental stability card, which is good. Um, but what's happening is you're being confronted by some expectations. These are the fears of losing conditional love, the fears of failure, the fears of rejection. And the Ace of Swords here's a beautiful transformation of thought and belief and mindset. So when you have these triggers that are happening, they are for you, where you're starting to see things from a different perspective, a higher perspective, from capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love, that are allowing you to cut away some of these beliefs that are rooted in fears, you know. And so you're realizing, who made this stuff up? Why do I believe that? Why do I think that their actions and their words mean anything about me? Hmm. There's these triggers and these events that are happening purposely for you to set you free. So I feel like that is what they want you to know right now, that just know that it's bringing it up so that you can face them and see them to be released from them, because you don't realize you have a chain around your neck till someone grabs it and rattles the chain and you're like, what is this, and then you're able to and set yourself free. So prestige girl, that's what I feel they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. And then Ayush, you are up. What you said, you want to know uh if someone coming from your past. All right, I get you there. No, I don't see anyone coming from your past here. I actually feel you moving forward in your life here more than backward. Eight of Coins is talking about doing things in the past that help you move forward into the future. So, this is more in the outside world, move forward, forward, upward, upward, forward, upward, not like backward. So I don't feel like anyone's coming from the past. I feel like you are releasing things more from your past and moving forward. It's almost quite the opposite. So I like that for you, Ayush, and that's what's coming in right now. You've done the work, you've been in the blood, the sweat, and the tears, and you're about to see your external world move forward. So that is what is coming through there for you. Yeah. I'm not sure I'm going to get through everyone. So I know some people are mentioning you've been waiting a while. I will be back here in 4.5 hours. Yeah. So I'm going to be ending here in just a couple moments here. Um, so if I wasn't able to get to you guys, please feel free to check out my playlist too. I have a ton of free content, pick a cards, and spirit can guide you in those directions because I'm going to be on here just a few more moments. All right, Richa Dutta, the personality of the person coming towards you. Uh-oh, let's take a look here. Got the 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands, it's a change of direction. It's actually someone completely different than you have ever been attracted to before. It's someone totally off the path because the 3 of Wands is like, I have this determination, and it's like, whoop, I'm changing my mind. And so it's someone like off the beaten path of what you normally would be have considered your type or been attracted to. So I like it. It's someone with Wands energy. It's someone fiery. It's someone, I mean, it's just almost like night and day from who you have been with and who you'd have chosen before. And you're just like, I thought that this type of person would have driven me nuts, but I am like meshing with them really, really well. So I feel like there's like a lot of astrology underneath the surface that you guys have so much in common that you didn't realize that it's who you are on the inside, and, not who you think you are, but it's like who you are is being drawn to each other. So I like that. They want to keep it a mystery, but they're just like, it's so opposite from what you have chosen before. So that is what they have for you, Richardata. Many blessings. Right. Serenity of soul. You want to know if yesterday they stole your phone or did you lose it? Six of coins. Normally this is giving and receiving, equal giving and receiving, but I almost feel like it's in someone's hands. So I feel like someone lifted it. I don't know why. It feels that way with these hands. This exchange of hands is almost like someone stole the phone there. So that's what's coming in for that. Yeah. So that's the energy that I feel with it. So that is what they have for you. So sorry, I know it's our lifeline these days, but hopefully you'll be able to locate it. Maybe there's a locating surface on your phone you don't realize is turned on. All right. So, hey, Muhammad RB. You said you're a Scorpio sun, and I don't know if you asked a question. I don't see a question there. So, apologies if that was a question that I'm not picking up on. Um, but the card that came out for you is the Three of Cups, which is joy, celebration. Focus on joy. Try to transform your energy into joy. Of course, Scorpio is a water sign, and here is water. So choose joy, 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 joy as much as you can. That'll expand more joy into your life. And also, the Three of Cups is a message from your higher self and your posse of support. It's them saying that you are not alone. They are always around you, an invitation to connect with them deeply as well. So I like that. All right. So if you can spend some alone time and get away from it all, I definitely would. All right. And I'm just scrolling down to see here. I think we took care of all of those and all of those. All right. How many more do we got here? All right, Alex, so you want to know ours, feelings, and intentions for you. Let's take a look here. I got just 5 minutes left, everyone. So I am trying here. Well, we got the hanged man here. So it feels like they're just kind of in a transformation in the holding pattern. So I don't like their feelings and intentions are just paused and they are transforming. It's like it's usually like a caterpillar in a cocoon. They're going through this transformation, this transition. And while they're going through this, it's significant because it's a major arcana. So I feel like it's this kind of like um, it's like if you they're showing me it's funny. They're showing me someone with a bunch of stuff on their dashboard and they're about to take a really sharp turn and they just grab everything and hold on to it while they're spinning. So everything is standing still while they're spinning and getting back in control. So if that makes sense, that's what's going on with them right now. I just feel like everything is just kind of paused while they're trying to get things back in control. So that's what they have for you. All right, interesting. So hopefully they'll get back in control soon. All right, so we completed those. Apologies, I'm trying not to skip over anyone, so hopefully I won't. Okay, that was that. Answered those. All right, Clover, there you are. Will Mate want to be with you? All right, let's take a look here. We got the Keeper of Swords, which is the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is kind of like this, this two swords in the middle are reminding me of the Two of Swords card, which is indecision. I feel like right now, based on current energies, it's still up in the air. It is so much they could go one way or another because they are balancing their heart and their mind, and it just feels like they're going back and forth, back and forth. Their heart has emotion for you, but their mind is all this fears and all this stuff, and it's still undetermined what choice they're going to make. Who's going to win the battle? And whenever they don't give me a decision of the future. One, it's because it's so open, but two, they also the indecision and the not knowing is an important part of your journey right now, which is for you just to be able to go, what am I fearing? What if they don't? What if they do? It's while you're waiting, it's all about looking into your self love and expanding your self love to a higher level because that's just a win, 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 win in the end anyway. But while you're waiting and you're trying to understand, it is this nudge to turn inward and upward and focus on that energy. So that's what's coming in right now, Clover. I know you waited all that time for that, but it's important because um, the pause is happening and the pause continues to happen. The more we turn inward and upward and focus on our higher love and expanding it, letting go of thoughts and beliefs that don't serve us, emotions that don't serve us anymore, then things speed up. And then we get to determine and find out what they're going to decide. But right now it's going frame by frame by frame. So it's important information that they've told you, even though I know it's not quite what we wanted. All right. But that's what's coming through. So many blessings for you. Right? Subliminal galaxy, thoughts and feelings of the Gemini towards you. We got the Six of Swords, which is focusing in on the thoughts. They do have a changing of mind, a moving from one, way of looking at things to another. So the thought is changing. They are transforming, obviously, the butterfly, right? And there is movement that will happen here. So I feel like it's going to be soon that you will see action behind their thoughts, and you're going to be able to start picking up on some things. But I feel like I actually feel like it's kind of slow moving with it. So um, I wouldn't expect anything like tomorrow, but I feel like, yeah, by the end of June, that you'll start to see movements. But I just feel like they are really, oh, Gemini, that makes sense. I just reread your question there. Very much in their head, very much about thinking and going back and forth between two thoughts. So 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. It's like, this is gonna take forever, but I understand. But that's what they have coming in here. So you'll start to see something movement by the end of June. So that is what is coming in for you right now, subliminal. All right. Okay, we did those. We did those. Well, Needy, thank you for your analysis. I did not know that. Oh, very cool. All right. So Aldona, Katika, we already did those. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. Ooh, I'm past my time. But let me say, I'm almost to the bottom here. Let me just see here. Yeah, visiting India. Okay, we already answered that, Clover. All right. Let's see here. We got Alice here. How many more do we have after that? Okay. I think we're almost to the bottom. All right. So Alice, you would like a message from your angels and spirit guides. Sure. Let's take a quick do one here. You have the Apprentice of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. New communication that's coming in for you here that's really going to trigger you to look at things from a different perspective. I feel like whatever communication it is, whether it's text or email or social media, I just feel like there's something that you're seeing that just triggers you to look at things differently from a different perspective. And it's a positive thing because it just really helps open your mind. It really helps open up and release some fears you've had before because you're really just starting to think, I never thought of that way before. So I feel like there's this important aha that comes for you, and to be on a lookout for it. But it is about connecting to these higher truths that help set some of these things free. So whether it's some sort of meme or some sort of video you watch or something, there is this communication that comes in that just whoosh, opens up your mind. So if you are being drawn to watch something or do something, read something, just follow it because I feel like it brings you substantial information uh, as well. So that is what they have for you. So many, many blessings to you, Alice. All right. All right. So we did that one. We did that one. We did those. All right, Arjun, thank you for waiting patiently. I know you came at the very end. Didn't think I was going to get to you, but I did go beyond a little more than I wanted to uh, balance. But we're almost to the end. So you wanted to ask, will you get admission into DTU or IIT next year? Let's take a look here. Yeah. Crown of Swords, King of Swords, higher education. So you do get admitted. This is uh, the crown is beautiful, Um, so I really like that that we have there. So that is a positive there for sure. All righty. And Clover, yeah, we already answered that a couple of times there. So Barty, you are up next here. So Anil, right, Arlie, their feelings, intentions. June the 4th on his birthday. Oh, it's his birthday. For you. So, what are Anil's intentions for you? All right. Only the 10 of Wands. There is a lot of energy, a lot of activity here for sure. I almost feel like their feelings and intentions, they're just in so many places. Obviously, with it being their birthday, the 10 of Wands is like so overwhelming, so full, so much that I don't feel like they have enough energy to do everything that they want to do. But I feel like they're trying to do too much for their birthday here. But just try not to, get too upset that they have so much going on, and their bucket is full of activity, and there's energy there. So there's just it feels like it's one of many things that are happening, and so try not to, let it impact you that they just feel like overwhelmed and they feel like their energy is all over and scattered all over the place. So I don't feel like they have specific feelings and intentions. I almost feel like they're just overwhelmed is the type of energy that was coming in there. So that is what I have there for you. You know what? I did skip over you, Shirley. I see it up there now. Um, so Barty, try not to be I know, right? You're like, "Okay, but tomorrow is a different story, right?" I know you were busy, but now I need some priority. But, hang in there. So many blessings to you there. Alright, apologies, Shirley. I'm so sorry. I make sure I didn't skip anyone else around that area there too here. Oh, yeah, I see what happened. Because Alice said, "Hi, how are you?" And then asked her question, and I skipped down to there instead of, there. So I see what I did. So my apologies. I do see your question. Um, will your business improve this month in June? Slowly but surely. That that's funny. They're doing a play on your words, right? Slowly but surely. Temperance is it's unfolding. It's going back and forth. Patience. It is. I feel like it's improving, but it just feels like with the tempering, it goes back and forth. It slowly changes more and more towards gold. So it's like here we go, a little more, little bit better, little bit more, and then suddenly out of nowhere, it's gonna be like, "Gold!" But it's taking its time, so hang in there. I do see that there. Alright. Alright, yep, Alex, we already completed yours. Hey, Poca Poca, greetings to you as well. Alright, everybody. Let's go for the gold. All right. So before I end, I will be back here in what 3.5 hours? What 4.5 hours? 4, 5, 6. Yeah, like 4.5 hours. So I shall return. And but in the meantime, just to make sure everyone knows, if you're new to my channel, I do have a giveaway every Monday. And so I'll be giving away 7 free personal recorded readings. So be sure to check out the video to see how you can get into those giveaways. And then also, I put out monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign. Here's the playlist link for that. And so you can get some more skinny and some detailed information. They were like 40 minutes this time on average, I think. So they went in some extra details, so be sure to check those out. And then each week, I do put out at least one pick a card reading. And there was this. Here's the where am I making a mistake? So, and then mistake is in quotes because can we truly make a mistake? Spirit talks about that in there too, before we go into the pick a card reading. So that is what they have there for you. And I think that was all the ones I wanted to share. Um, all right, Poca, Poca, let me take a look here. Sure. I mean, if you send a cash app, we will get you squared away here. But please no more. Almost been on for 4 hours, so I do need to head out. But let's see here. As soon as it comes through, we will get you squared away. Poca Poca. So if you didn't ask your question there, make sure you ask your question there, and we will get you taken care of here. See, it hasn't come through yet. Let me just. You said on Cash App. Let me just see if it's taking its good old time to come through here. Yeah, I don't see a Cash App had been done yet, though. Have you already done it, or were you about to do it? I don't see one coming through here. Yeah, if you haven't done it yet, Poco Poca, I would appreciate doing it later because I do need to eat. And I've been on for 3 hours and 45 minutes. I'm still human. I know. I know. Shock, shock. Okay, I appreciate that. And it will be like in um 3 hours and 20 minutes. Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All right, everybody. Thank you again for all the thumbs up that you give in the video. It does, like I said, help spread the Zen love. It's something you can do for free, and I really appreciate that. So, thank you for being part of the love tsunami. And I'm going to go ahead and log off and go eat. So, thank you again, everyone, for all your love, all your support, and for your thirst and hearing and searching after spirit. I'm always blown away by it. And please know as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you guys again, have a great rest of your day, rest of your night, wherever you're out in the world. And until I see you again, much love to you. You hang in there and you guys take care. And again, thank you so much, Poca Poca. Won't be a grump later then. All right, you guys take care.